I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down, feel alive.
Together and enjoy the match and enjoy the big. Boyfriend, of course, going to go to match.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Grand Mythic Showdown Season 2, presented to you by War Drum Games. Like Fredo mentioned, this is not only going to be a tournament, this is going to be something huge. Reigning champions can reclaim their throne, we know, but can the new underdogs rise up to the occasion and dethrone them? This is a battle for glory, and we are all as hyped as everyone is, because this is not a tournament where just the players win. The viewers will too. There is a grand total of 1 lakh diamonds being given away just for the viewers. So make sure you tune into the streams, because this isn't just an ordinary tournament. We will be bringing you the very best.
Exactly. Of course, the best team of India are playing. Not good. Just is the is negative. Can do count the tournament. Be happy because best the game on any other for this qualifier. There was definitely past games they have they've definitely understood what take. That is why they have, of course, and here again with us, being the biggest show ever. And that playing in the first match, yes, and right experience.
Well, like Fredo mentioned, today is the day where we pick up 2 underdogs from the Open Qualifiers. They will be making it to the main stage of the Mythic Showdown. And tomorrow, the 3rd team is going to join them from amongst today's lower bracket. So of course, this is an all-stakes match where the winner is going to take it all right directly into the main stage. The first match is going to be between Team Revolution XDTS versus Sleep Tight Blue. 2 names in the industry that have come up in the recent days, and they have been performing so well with the recent changes in their lineups. This is just going to be one heck of an interesting showdown in the Mythic Showdown, which we get to witness tonight. This isn't just an ordinary or a very simple thing, because whoever loses will have only 1 chance left to make it to the Mythic Showdown main stage, and like we have mentioned, the prize pool is a winner takes all. Make sure you follow the roadmap on our Instagram page, the War Drum Games, and of course, like Fredo has been mentioning so far, the teams are going to be ready. The audience is all hyped up and ready, and so are we casters, and we will soon, very soon, be moving into the draft phase. Until then, make sure to share the stream, because the viewers also win something from this. So along with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask Fredo to introduce to us as to what the draft is going to be beginning.
The draft is definitely starting very soon. As you can see, start this draft. Before that, of course, introduce again, like I said, the fact about the side of at the young of talent, the biggest yet, the fact that he's representing a side very young, adding up, see if they can win first of them. the other team get the better of them. Other teams know what Johan very veteran. I mean, a year, of course, just set to see Dan on.
So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine.
Welcome back once. Sorry for
This is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else.
the
No one's stopping me now.
this
I'm gonna skip
and of course Evolution DTS.
make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down.
Well,
Feel alive.
Fredo, it looks like we are having a little tiny bit of a technical glitch and it will hopefully soon be fixed. Until then, what Fredo really did try to mention is the fact that Revolution XDTS has the youngest member in the entire tournament scene of India, a 14-year-old talent representing his state, his team, his talent into this high up a stage, going up against all the veterans. That is already a huge achievement. for the team. So of course we will be rooting for them, we will be rooting for him, but not to mention Sleep Tide lineup has also some really underrated talents in the community. They have been performing outstandingly in the recent days. Their jungler Johan has been regarded as one of the better junglers in the community. And even Skull is also a very young player, the mid laner for Sleep Tide lineup. So we will definitely be seeing how these fresh talents perform tonight, because whoever wins goes straight into the main stage. But along with that, I believe the teams are ready, and while we have a little switch up of the things into the caster desk here, chat, do drop your predictions. Who is going to take away a victory tonight? Is it going to be Team Revolution, or is it going to be Sleep Tide lineup? We are definitely just waiting for the draft to begin, and also very excited to see how this one goes. Because of course, whoever will be having a much tougher time into the team fights. Of course, as we know, Team Sleep Tide lineup, they love to go for those team fight compositions, going in for a front to back, going in for the Fredrin, the Yves, or even the Baxia on towards their Roman EXP and the Esmeralda to kite every single member of their enemy. Team Revolution, they go for comfort. They love the pickoffs. They love to do what they do best. They like to play what they know best. So of course, we'll be seeing a battle of comfort versus meta once more. Or is it going to be comfort versus comfort? We can't tell yet. And along with that, ladies and gentlemen, the draft has begun. And on from the side of Revolution X DTS, we can already see Jukshin, Kalia, and Garut Kancha getting taken out, and Hilda as the first pick, a very rising and tanky frontliner on from the side of Revolution, while Sleep Tide lineup has definitely banned out on the pick-off meta. The Kadita has been taken out, no rough waves to be seen tonight. The Grok and Baxia has also been taken out by them, and they lock in on the Esmeralda and the Kimi right away. I did mention it to you. And of course, the Kimi is one of the best mid laners right now, just after the Jukshin. And since both Kadita and Jukshin have been taken out, there's only a Farsa that can properly counter a Kimi into the meta right now. So we'll have to see what Team Revolution wants to pick up here. Do they lock in on a Lapu or a CC, maybe the Alice or even the Uranus on towards their EXP, or do they go in for some kind of a comfort pick? But ladies and gentlemen, welcome the man, the legend, Ray, right into the casting desk with us.
Wow, that was quite of an intro, wasn't it? To be fair, this is quite of a mythical itself. After all, this is the Mythic Showdown, and what do you say? Maybe Fedro's train was having some issues, so my train was a little bit faster, so I had to come in here, right? So, anyways, and to be fair, Sarah's casting and I'm not there, it's not possible, right? And maybe fate decided that it would be a spare. But anyways, with it, I'm really excited to be, of course, here. And looking at it, we have already, almost halfway through the draft already. I'm really excited because this is going to be the last 4 teams that is going to be contending for the 3 spots into that wildcard phase, right, Sarah? So let's see how the draft plays out. So far, though, nothing out of the ordinary just yet. Purely meta based, and you've already discussed it, so I'm not gonna go over it that much. But you're obviously most likely gonna ask me which side of draft I like more, right? So at least for now, Sleep Tide does look a little bit better, mainly due to their mid lane. It's looking very strong. So let's see if DTS, Revolution X DTS, can pull off a better pick for themselves.
And judging from the picks so far, the Yuzhong is honestly a decent pick, especially against the Kimi. Could go in for the Black Dragon and the Petrifier right into her, disrupting and zoning her away from the team fights. But then again, the Fredrin and Hilda both would face a bit of an issue, since just from the early game itself, the Kimi can start melting them if they engage a little too deep. So we will definitely have to see how this one works out for them, especially since the Kimi is going to be backed up by a high loss right in front of her, slowing as well as charging up during the team fights. On for the second banning phase, as expected, we do see the Yves and the Varsa getting taken out from the side of Sleep Tide lineup, while Revolution bans out on the Hayabusa and the Lancelot. So we will
Yeah,
definitely
and with
have to
it,
see
sorry,
how that one
I
goes. Yeah.
interrupted you.
No, no, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, for a second I heard something else. But anyways, with the band's already been done, I just what do you say? I love the fact that, of course, I am not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna glaze the production every chance I get, anyways. But I love the fact that we're finally getting a tournament where we casters are gonna be getting to know which custom map is going to be used. It's the dangerous grass map, so of course the ambush plays are going to be respected, and that's why this Hilda pick, when you were obviously going through with it, I really wanted to mention this. Of course, it's a map with a lot of grass, and heroes that benefit from the grass will take the advantage of it, and Hilda is one of the top
Yep.
priorities of it. So yeah, I think that's is going to be one of the main factor, will increase our survivability and ambush capabilities. And of course, love the fact we are both wearing black, right? Yeah, we are matching. I should have worn a headset as well, but my hairs are spiky, so maybe I shouldn't stop it. But anyways, with it, last two picks coming in from the hands of Revolution X DTS, and they come in with the Moskov and a Lunox goal lane. What do you have to say about this, Art? Because you were discussing the Farsa, but of course, it was gonna get banned out eventually, and it did. And they respond with an Xborg jungle, which is, of course, to be fair, it is expected at this point. Like Bakshia's banned,
Yeah.
Fredrin's taken out, Lancelot's not there. You gotta go with the Xborg. So, what do you think? They don't get the Farsa, they get the Lunox. Is it gonna be enough?
It does look like enough in a way because Sleep Tight doesn't have that kind of crowd control at the moment. There's just a CC, but that's no stun. High loss, one stun in the entire game, and the best that Sleep Tight lineup can do is try and bait out Lunox's brilliance before a team fight begins, because otherwise she is just going to be free hitting everyone into that match. And that might just be devastating for a high loss or an Xbox, because if we can't keep up the Faraga armor, then it won't be of much use during the team fights. So we will really have to see how Team Sleep Thailand decides to play this one out. At the moment, Ray, honestly speaking, I do like Revolution's draft a little bit better.
Revolution's draft a little bit better, right? I want to agree with you. I want to be a yes man. But hey, for tonight's sake, let's be opposing, right? I will like the side of Sleep Tight. That's a bit more contending, isn't it? But with it, looks like we're already heading to the Land of Dawn, isn't it? And we're going to be witnessing the game itself that's going to be unveiling right in front of us. The first match that is going to be live streamed, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mythic Showdown. And tonight we're here for the beginning of the journey itself, where we'll see the final participant joining in the wildcard bracket. So let's dive into Land of Dawn. This is the dangerous grass map, and of course, let's just see how the game plays out.
Absolutely. Welcome to the Welcome to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. And a little bit of a pause has been called in. So of course, we will be waiting to see how that one works out. And I believe that both the teams will be playing the standard and usual rotations as always. Of course, the goal lane would be prioritized a bit from the side of Sleep Tight, since they wouldn't want the Moskov to scale up as much. And Esmeralda can, of course, win her own lane once she gets that level 2. So it would be a goal-focused game, I believe.
Yeah, it is going to be mostly goal focus for, of course, the side of DTS, and I would say this is a more of a macro game for the side of team, of course, Sleep Tight. So let's see if they can make their opponents, Revolution X DTS, sleep tight on the first game. But of course, loving the whole color scheme. It matches, right? It matches the, what do you say, even the pause screen. For a second I thought this was a custom pause screen, but it's not. We are not. But anyways, since we're going to be waiting here for a while, I think the rotations are just classic, nothing out of the ordinary just yet. And I think we'll most likely see the contention being happening in the, what do you say? First turtle, yeah, first turtle. And it's only been a minute. So I think we'll soon see the emblems, and I'm really curious to see if anybody's got anything interesting, or are they just gonna be following the standard emblems, right?
Exactly so. And honestly speaking, the fact that Sleep Tide lineup has gone in for such a team fight oriented draft, it would be difficult to say like how much can they really take advantage of it, because they've got a load up on the Moscow and they can keep engaging and disengaging once their power spike hits. So they will of course be having the advantage once Team Sleep Tides expends their skills and abilities. Hylos, he just has one form of engage. We'll have to see about that.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the main downsides of Hylos. He's just, and one of the main reasons why he was played in the XP as well. He's an HP sponge. He just has one stun. His second skill is more of a slow, which is not always beneficial because, I mean, the number of heroes that you can affect is not often picked, right? So that is something that they have to take into consideration. But with it, we're going to be continuing with the game over here. And I love, of course, the new Alice model. And I feel like that's such a good thing to use for the transition itself, right? So with it, there we go. Diving into the game. The troll's going to be coming in a minute. So until then, wow, Yuzhong's actually winning out the lane. Look at that, Sarah. But he might get punished over here. And he does.
Absolutely, and that's a quick little first blood coming in from the side of Sleep Tide lineup. Like I mentioned, you go in a little too deep and you will get punished because of the high loss as well as the Kimi. And that is exactly what happened. And honestly, that's a quick early lead for the side of Sleep Tide lineup, despite Team Revolution having the Fredrin as well as the Hilda. But we can see BLZ trying to go in for a practical engage onto full clip right there, will be taken out quite low. Appraiser Sarat gets used up, but okay. Onto the top side though, we can see Agni having to burst out that flicker very early, which means that the turtle would now definitely be at the advantage of Sleep Tide.
Absolutely. And just like I mentioned, right, this is more of the macro gameplay that Sleep Tide has their draft on their pocket, and with it they're going to be having those early advantages. Clearly Aki seems to be very keen on trying to engage when the jungler is not even present. Even the rest of the team is trying to obstruct it a lot. I would say do not commit to it just yet that much. Of course, I mean, I think Fredo has already covered it, but we have a special person here, which is, I think, Fam, right? From Revolution XDTS, one of the youngest players in the India scene right now, and he's present, and he's trying to dominate against the CC.
Absolutely. And look at that, the early damage coming in from the Fredrin as well as the Moskov. Definitely worth it for getting Moskov that early edge into the game. Will be picking up his Trinity much faster as compared to CC's damage potential from the War Axe. So this Revolutionist DDX is trying to make up for that first blood.
Yeah, and with it, right now, they are trying to equalize the trade as much as possible, but Yu Zhong is right now no longer in the lead. And look at that custom emblems popping up on your screen. You can clearly see that, okay, most of them have gone for the O, but the bot lane, they're still contending. But wait up for a while. The aggression from Esmeralda, absolutely disgusting. But wait up. Let us see what they have in store for us. Okay. It's pretty standard, but Fredrin going for the support. He's going to be a little bit more squishy. Moskov decides to go for that single target enhancement, trying to perhaps win the lane against CC, right? And Kimi, well, that's a standard set as well, trying to slow as much as your attack speed. I mean, her attack speed is basically, at the same pace as everything. So I think everything's all right. Do you see anything out of the honor? Okay, Esmeralda also going for the support emblem for more shield regen.
As we talk about that, Agni has been taken off the map, and funnily enough, Agni is on the thrill, which does make him a little bit squishier despite having the damage potential. And of course, the glorious pathway gets used up just before the turtle, and that would be one disadvantage for Sleep Tide at the objective. And here, even Black Dragon has been used up by them. So, fair trade, I guess. 1-for-1 important resource getting used up.
1-for-1 trade resources, but the scoreboard, of course, still favoring the side of Sleep Tide, 11,000. But look at that top lane. They wanted to go in with the Chaos Assault. and they want to pressure the top lane to get a little bit of that macro advantage, because the turtles, not something that they still do not want to contest yet. Full clip still deciding to play that passive game, but look at that level ranking. But talking about that, look at the top lane.
Definitely gets the engage with the glorious pathway, and Exo will be securing that kill, and even Fam will be in danger here. Has been taken down by Shane, while Johan will be zoning away Agony right into the back line. So a good advantage coming in for Sleeptide lineup right there. The mid tier 1 completely vulnerable and will be taken down by them, and of course Bilzy will be the one leading in terms of EXP as compared to the Yuzhong, and even Kimi is ahead of him, and now Johan too, and we can see the impact of that right into the jungle, and Full Clip will be taken down once more the moment he respawns. Kimi trying his best to just top the Yuzhong right into his pass. The passive won't be enough to help him survive. Agony caught out far behind to give back up to his teammate, and Aki really isn't able to do as much.
We just witnessed it, throughout these turtle battles and everything. It was Full Clip was slowly catching up, but right now with the invasions, him losing more EXP, he is right now down on that level. It is Fam who's still persisting, who's still going in strong, but other than that, let's look at the builds, of course, coming in here. It's okay. Kimi's going for the Sky Piston, nothing out of the ordinary, but looks like they really want to contest for that purple. I think it's a fight.
Absolutely, the front to back engage always, like we see Sleeptide get it, but Aki secures a skill onto Skull right there. Full Clip will be caught though in the middle of 3 people, and Shane gets that little advantage onto him with that kill. Just the complete brawl and invade comms coming in from the side of Sleeptide lineup, and they are using it to its full potential. Yuzhong just forced to run away, while Moscow on towards the top lane, desperately trying to protect that tier 2.
Absolutely. Both of the fighters from the side of Sleeptide already have their war axes equipped. Fam over here has that corrosion sight on his hands, so he's going to be a little bit... He will slowly dish out the damage, but it's not going to be enough. I noticed both of the... the Agony with that extra physical attack was able to take out the Kimi. Good trade-off. They lose the last turtle as well, but at least they get some proper trade, but it's still not enough. Look at that, Sarah. They are 4,000 gold deficit, still behind at 7 minutes, and Beelzebub over here will get that dominance ice. And look at the damage dealt ranking over here. You can clearly see Esmeralda is actually the one dishing out the most damage.
Maximum, yeah, that's what, like an Esmeralda. Oh my goodness. And he is so far ahead of everyone, even that is surprising. But look at that, the engage onto Beelzy right away. Traction Pulse will catch 2. Beelzy manages to make it out alive, while Exo will be securing a kill with Sky Piercer proccing right there, a double for him. Beelzy still trying to run, Exo saves his life with the triple. Now they're gonna be going in for more though. Do they want Agony or do they want the turret? They want the turret, and they are gonna get it right away.
Absolutely, right now. Ooh!
Oh.
Too much damage coming in from the side of Sleeptide. They're basically a full barrage of, what can you say? They're basically showering their opponents with flamethrowers, with the damage from Kimi, and the Esmeralda. What is it? She's throwing something. But anyways, look at that mid lane.
Definitely can see the glorious pathway into action. Shane trying to go in with the curtain call. Full Clip gonna be in danger here, and before he slams that appraisal, Wrath is gonna get taken down. Agony tried to catch down Shane, but will get taken right back because of Exborg, and Exo will be the one securing that kill. Fam finally picks up on the golden star, but he still does not have the DHS. So will he be able to help his team get the comeback, or will they end just before the Moscow gets his full build? That's the main situation right now.
Absolutely, Sarah, because I just noticed he's still not done with the golden stuff yet when we last saw, right? But okay, looking at the damage dealt again, of course, Kimi slowly catching up, but the Esmeralda still very ahead at 50,000. Let's see the from the side of Team Revolution X DTS. The highest has been dealt by, of course, the Lunox right now. She has the most damage at this point in time of the game. So the moment we'll soon see the Moskov step up and be the highest damage rank, I think things will slowly change. But look at the goal difference. It's quite massive. The only one that's catching up, of course, it's going to be the Lunox. But look at the top lane. Right now, it looks like Yuzhong wants to go in for an engage. Is that the right time?
Yep, Yep, they do, and the Glorious Pathway once more saves their life a little bit, but Team DTS needs to back off. The Lord is going to be charging in, and Praedel's Wrath isn't enough. Exo will secure the double kill right there, and the last Insanity is going to burst them down as Exo gets the triple. And we can see Sleep Tide lineup going in for more. Gets up,
Oh
he gets
my
the
God.
first Maniac of the Mythic Showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Team Sleep Tide lineup with the first Maniac coming in from a Kinney, and here Shane is going to be looking for Fam, but he manages to survive, not giving away that Savage to the side of Sleep Tide lineup.
Yeah, look at the damage taken right now. Bilzy over here with 90, close to 100,000 damage taken. And Agony is coming in close, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to soak up more, but can he? He cannot. Look at that. Full Clip is the one gets taken down.
Absolutely, and Exo is not letting him breathe at all. Will be securing the double. The base is almost down, but the Lord gets taken down successfully. 3 members still alive. Will be looking for some kind of a defense. The minions are going to be charging down, and at least 2 inhibitors will be taken down by the side of Sleep Tide lineup. And of course, those were 2 easy objectives secured, and now they do have a very healthy wave coming in from the mid lane. But Exo onto the back line will find Fam right away. Falling Star Mode coming in onto RK as well as Full Clip. But Hilda trying to go in for Exo, but he gets the Sky Piercer procced at the right moment. Will manage to survive with the Black Dragon. Has been used up. He's trying to go in for Exo right away into the backline. Doesn't have the Petrify. Will find the kill to him. Finally, the shutdown coming in from the side of Revolution X DTS. Still going for more, but Shane will be enough to finish him off. And now 2 members down from the side of Revolution X DTS, while Sleep Tide just manages to back off and disengage.
That I really thought he was not going to be able to make it, but he was able to. So, El Gato, that literally means cat. So yeah, El Gato cat over here. What do you say? Congrats on that great shutdown, but right now it's still not enough because I just noticed the goal difference. Kimi's at 9,000. The only ones that's catching up is Fam, so they gotta respect Fam right now. Okay, he has his Trinity build done. Is it gonna be enough? They are going in.
They definitely are going in, but it's a little too tanky for even Fam to melt down. But the engage comes in, a double knock-up coming in from the side of Revolution is DDS. They are charging back. A re-engage comes in. Appraisal's
Bang
will find
comes in.
Bilzy, but the lasting insanity doesn't find anyone. Aki will get the shot down onto Shane, but Johan will file Full Clip instead. And this time around,
Again.
taken down by the Yuzhong. Moskov trying to go in and trying to find Johan onto the back line. He doesn't have any.
Gotta go back.
He does have the lasting insanity, but Pam dodges it.
Oh.
But he manages to survive with 1 HP and only 2 members left alive. Only Hylos, in fact, left alive from the side of Sleep Tide lineup. Should be an easy lord for the side of Revolution.
Yeah, they should be traversing towards that right now. Full Clip is online. They should be going towards it. Look at the damage tanking ranking right now. That is an unfortunate place.
No.
Fam, he's gonna get taken out here. Or is he?
Is he? Is he? Skull, can you
No.
do this? Oh, good try right there.
That was a good try, but unfortunately that was a 1v2 matchup. Overall, even if Hylos did get taken down, Esmeralda would have caught up to him. But so, looking at it right now, 10-24 score. Around 3,000 gold disadvantage for the side of Revolution XDTS. They are slowly climbing back up. Look at that. The heal ranking is, of course, Bilzy over here is just covering all the bases. Damage taken, damage dealt. Everything is in his hands. So, of course... But Full Clip and El Gato are slowly catching up at the 6th and the 7th rank. Really goes to show that they're getting the, sustain up a little bit. But is it going to be enough? Look at that. Full Clip sustaining quite a bit. But right now, Bilzy, better watch out. They have the damage. So he forces the flicker out and goes back. This is the time where Moskov comes in. Level 13 though, against a barrage of level 15s in the hands of Sleep Tide. Is it too late to make that comeback right now? Because there's a lot walking in, no inhibitors. Not sure what they can do right now. Can they make this defense?
Exactly. Just the only breathing space is that Hylos does doesn't have the glorious pathway yet, but Shane with the curtain call does manage to go in onto the backline. They are already down to half HP
Good
though.
defense.
Fam dealing a lot of damage, and Gato trying to go on for the backline, but Johan will find the kill onto him. A 4-man taunt coming in from full clip, but not gonna be enough. 3 members taken down from the side of Revolution X DTS.
Too much.
Fam tries to defend
Too much.
it. Too much for the young man to handle. Too much for Revolution X DTS to defend. Sleep Tide lineup secures the first game and the first base for themselves.
And they get that W for themselves for this best of 3 series. And right now, if want to make it straight up to the wildcards, they gotta have to wait. But there is, of course, the result screen, of course, right, ladies and gentlemen? Do not mind the names. The name Daphne, it immediately reminded me of Scooby-Doo. But anyways, looking at the itemizations and everything, okay, looks like a little bit of error is there. Don't worry about it. And until then, okay, I think it's fixed. Yep, there we go. Instantly, it got fixed. And there we go. Okay, Hilda went in for of course, the new Twilight armor. I don't think the news really that good to be prioritizing that early. I think needed something else. On the other side, Yu Zhang went in for the dual, damage. Usually Yu Zhang just go in for the War X, but it was really, really good that he went because he was able to shut down EXO a few times. But other than that, I think everybody's got standard builds over here. The new Sky Garden did help Fredrin sustain a little bit more. And Fam was coming online. But look at him, still level 14. And look at that, there are the emblem sets. Even if we look into it, Lunox really wanted to rotate, but I think since it was the dangerous grass map, should have went. I don't know. Maybe the bargain hunter.
Exactly.
But I think it's fine. It's fine because Kimi went for the bargain hunter because knowing this is dangerous grass, you don't want to rotate that much. What you really want to get is the items first. So overall, looks like that's going to be the case. And you can see the goal difference, right, Sarah?
Absolutely, we can see it's like 7k in favor of Sleep Tide lineup, even at the end of it. And if we do look at the damage dealt on towards the end of the game, Moskov did catch up to that of Kimi as well as Esmeralda. However, it just wasn't enough because he didn't have enough frontline staying alive in front of him to actually deal that damage. They were getting melted down too fast. And the Agony building up the new item, I think it was solely made for the Kimi since it does reduce 75% of your attack speed. But how much attack speed can you really reduce from a Kimi whose base is just something like that? So of course,
Yeah.
and the fact that Revolution did pick up 2 heroes who need at least 2 items to be relevant and damage dealing into a team fight, the Lunox and the Moskov, is what caused them that all those issues on towards the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can clearly see Esmeralda's all the way over at 78,000 as an EXP laner. Yes, Kimi's at the highest damage over here with 86,000 damage dealt throughout the game. Because, of course, that's a Kimi right here. And that's the whole point of making this CC gold lane work. When you have an ADC that can take the role of the gold laner, perhaps you take her in the jungle or you take her in the mid lane. This is where the Kimi shines the best. Being that, a gold laner in camouflage, in a ghillie suit, right? So that's the Kimi's job. But Esmeralda dishing out 78,000 damage just goes to testament of the fact that, yes, Yu Chong is over there, did take out EXO, but you can clearly see his damage is like half, literally half of what Bilzy dealt in that game. Really goes to show that the side of Sleep Tide had such an early to mid game advantage that by the time Moskov over here was almost close to catching up to Kimi, look at that, 84,000 damage dealt, close to 86,000, the game was already over. And he's still level 14. Just goes to show the fact that Mythic Showdown, ladies and gentlemen, it's an unmerciful event. Of course, every team wants that massive cash prize, and we're only starting in right now because this is the semifinals for the Open Qualifiers, the last players to be joining in the fray, to be joining in the leaderboards to contend with everyone else. But with it, of course, we will right now go to the game number 2 ASAP. But before then, Sarah, I should, never mind, I'll tell you later. Great hair, what I'll tell you, great hair. My hair's all messy though.
Don't talk about hair. It's fine. It's all fine because honestly, what we all are interested in here is, I believe, the giveaway, of course, as the audience. So make sure to drop your predictions and be active in the chat. That is the main criteria. Whoever.
No spamming.
Yep. Don't spam though. You need to be active, but originally. Don't use something,
Don't become ChatGPT, guys.
I'll give you the side eye in that case. However, just be natural, just enjoy the stream if you do, share it up, and be active. That's all you need to do for the giveaway. And the more you are, the better your chances are of winning.
Absolutely.
Those juicy diamonds. It's a total prize pool of 1 lakh diamonds, so don't forget that. And talking about the first game, what do you think Revolution X DTS could have picked up onto their mid lane or maybe the gold lane, which would have worked out better for them? Because, two scaling damage dealers isn't the best of choices in a game like this.
Yeah, I think, Sarah, the answer's pretty like 3. It comes down to the 3 pointers. Well, the first point is going to be the fact that they shouldn't have picked up the Fredrin that early on. I get it. They were kind of afraid that they might get locked out of their jungle. But you see Akimi right there. Your main goal should be trying to gap her in her respective lane itself. So should have prioritized the Farsa immediately. And if, let's say, you're not confident with the Farsa, or you think you don't want to pick the Farsa in this game, should have went with the Eve at least, not waited until they both got banned out. Lunox is a good option overall, but just like you mentioned it just a few seconds ago, is the fact that she is also falls into that gold hungry category where she's going to be requiring at least 2 items to dish out at least half potential of her damage. Full build Lunox is where she's the most scariest. She's one of the main reasons why she was played into the gold lane. So when you're shifting her into the mid lane, you're also like trying to copy what they are doing, but at the same time you put another gold laner on the gold lane. You get it? You have 2 squishies right now that are very relying on the jungle, and there comes the issue. They picked the Fredrin early, and this is where the things are going wrong in my opinion. If you're gonna go for the tanky jungle, why not ban the CC? Because CC is just a natural counter for the most tanky hero. So I think that was somewhere the issue relied at. I think these 3 pointers were there. They didn't pick the mage, they picked the Fredrin early, and the third thing, they didn't ban the CC. If they can perhaps may chance avoid these 3 things and improve on their draft, I definitely think the draft relied a key here, because I feel like execution-wise, Fam was doing exceptionally well, but one little boy cannot carry all on the weight on his shoulders, right? You gotta support him a little bit. So with it, we will soon get into draft in 2 minutes, and hopefully DTS can step up their game, or else they're not going home anyways. Don't worry about it. The loser of tonight's match, this first match, will face the loser of the second best of 3 series, and they will fight tomorrow for the last contending 3rd spot at the wildcard phases. But of course, that is another, it's another if. It's better to just win this series and just take the easy route to the wildcards, because wildcards is still a very hard road. So yeah, let's see what DTS can pull up. Do they take the hard road right now, or they will face it tomorrow? So until then, right?
Exactly. It's like you are just waiting to be selected for the hard path, like you mentioned, and you are just fighting, and it's like either you get there in 1 jump or you get there in 2 jumps. That's the only way, and if you don't make it in 2 jumps, you are out even after making it this far. So it's all about giving it your very, very, very best, because this is season 2. We saw in season 1 of Mythic Showdown how desperate
we were there.
teams were. Exactly. How desperate, how hungry the teams were to make it up until the top 8, the top 16, whatever it was. And even here it is going to be the same, because we'll have a Swiss stage, we'll have a round robin stage where all the fun is going to be in this tournament. So just make sure you do support this, and to all the teams, like grind like you never have before. This is going to be the biggest tournament ever in India. 4 lakh cash prize pool and a LAN grand final. So that is something huge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Vista Games are bringing you 200,000 diamonds as well. So you're going to get share of something. All the teams actually, they'll be getting a share because we've already, if you're not following our War Drum Games Instagram yet, you should be because we have shared everything. The reason Sarah knows about all of this, well, she is a caster, she would know anyways. But even if she was an audience, she would know as well because we share all the updates. So make sure you follow. So right now, we're going to be heading into the draft pretty soon. And just like Sarah mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, in past tournaments, we've had most of the tournaments usually have group stages, playoffs, and then usually they have some form of format, right? They have round robin. We've had a lot of round robin tournaments, honestly, and sometimes we have the Swiss stages. So with it, like, it gets exciting when you reach those phases, right? But in this tournament, we said, why not both? Why pick one when you can have the best of both worlds? It does make the tournament really long, but hey, having such a grand prize, the journey ahead is not going to be short. So of course, let's see if this is going to be a long one. Goes to the third game, or it goes clean sweep for sleep tight. Let's see. It's going to be the bands coming in. I love the aesthetic of the band. It's like literally like they're sniping. Like, yeah, boom. Do not snipe my Zushin, of course. But with it, bands are already there. Lancelot and Grok. Good bands. On the other side, Revolution looks like they don't want to get gapped in the mid anymore.
Those targeted mid bands coming in with the Kimi and the Jukshin getting taken right off of the board. No more wifing for you in this game as well, very sadly. However, a Harith ban from the side of a Sleep Tight lineup. What exactly are they planning with that? Do they plan on getting a Granger? Do they plan on getting the Yusenshin early on? Johan's Yusenshin, it's popular literally all over India right now, and you don't want to give him that hero. However, if he does pick up on the Yusenshin, Team Revolution will still have the access to the Fredrin, the Hayabusa, and all those counters, whatever is going to be left open. And also,
yeah,
okay, but this is
they
going
go
to
in
be a
again.
broken walls map, right? And this time around as well, they lock in onto the Hilda and the first pick. Of course, the patch changes. It is definitely affecting the meta if we were to notice.
Yeah, absolutely right, Sarah. And I am I'm really curious if there's going to be any Khalid pulling up from the side of Revolution XDTS, because its broken walls really helps him to just, sandboard, sand plus skateboard, sandboard all across the map. So I'm really curious if they're going to be pulling up with that, because if they do, at least it can match the rotation speeds of the Hilda that is going to be bringing. This time around, though, last game it was DTS. Sorry, it was DTS who picked up the Hilda, right? It didn't go the best, but wow, looks like Revolution x DTS, they're learning from the mistake really fast. They decided, hey, screw this. We're just gonna make sure that the mid lane does not lose in any second. But maybe they rushed it a little bit too early, because the Hayabusa does go out of their hands. Because Assassin, natural counter for a stationary mage. Let's see if they can protect the Farsa good enough.
However, if you want to glaze the Farsa, you can sure do it. But then again, we have the Hayabusa to counter it right away, along with the Lapu Lapus. So that's like two immediate counters for the Farsa. Like, the moment she uses up the feathered airstrike, the Hayabusa and the Lapu Lapu are going to charge right into her face. But the Uranus, once again, a decent choice, since it, along with the Garatkacha, it is going to keep away the damage dealers for the side of Sleep Tight. So they'll have to definitely pick up on a proper shred DPS, at least in their mid or gold. Possibly the Lunox is a good choice here. They could go in for that, since the Kimi has been taken off the board, as well as the Eve. That's 3 mid lane bans coming in from the side of Revolution, all targeted towards Exo right there.
Yeah. Sorry if my camera might be, in the past. It might still be trying to process the game number 1. Sorry about that. But anyways, what is it again? They pick up the Uranus, right? I'm not a big fan of the Uranus, honestly, especially with the new patch tuning in. I feel like he provides HP sponging. He's Esmeralda, but a downgrade. So I feel like, why not Esmeralda? That's my main question. Why not Esmeralda? Like, you want someone that can persist on the lane. You want someone that is strong enough to, go into the backline. You want someone that can dive into the backline. And you want someone that doesn't die easily. You go for the Uranus, yes. But Esmeralda checks all the boxes as well. If anything, she's actually a little bit more bulkier than the Uranus in a lot of places. So, and they could have also countered the Lapu Lapu. So, yeah, I do think this Uranus might be a wasted pick, at least for now, in my opinion. Let's just wait out. Let's just see what the draft is, right?
And it's like Sleep Tight read my mind, or maybe I read their mind, and they banned out the Fredrin and the Baxia. But is that an Alucard debut into the very second game of Mythic Showdown, right? Like, wow, like he can't be bursted right away by Johan. He can't be bursted by many DPS heroes right there. The only thing that can possibly counter the Alucard is a chain CC coming in from the Hilda and the Lapu Lapu. So, okay, this is interesting. This is definitely interesting.
Absolutely, because guys, just because we're glazing the Alucard, do not pick the Alucard in your rank games. I'm just kidding. Alucard's pretty good right now, but what the hell is that? Because Sleep Tight, they see a hero that is popular in the rank games, they decide to pick up another one. It is gonna be the Thamos. In the gold lane, is it? No, it's the XP lane. Lapu Lapu is gonna be going in the gold lane, so they come in with another heal fighter, and the Selena also is going to be showing up into the hands of EXO over here. So it's looking spicy at least. This is going to be an interesting game number 2 in this best of 3 series, ladies and gentlemen. Last pick coming up from the hands of Revolution X DTS. Really curious to what they pull up, and of course it's going to be the Granger. If you don't know Granger and Alucard, of course they're two really good brothers, right? So maybe Brotherhood can help them win. Hopefully Fam has a trust on his bro card, right? Like bro card, literally Alucard, right? Let's see what we get into,
Absolutely. And along with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot of heroes being debuted into the draft for both of these teams. You can see an Alucard, we can see a Tammuz and a Selena. Someone who's going to be very happy about that Selena. But okay, other than that, Team Revolution does have the team fight into their hands quite a bit. However, if the Haya and the Lapu Lapu can just jump into the Granger and the Farsa, Team Sleep Tight is going to be having the upper hand in the team fights. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of the first best of 3 series, the Open Qualifiers semi-finals of Mythic Showdown Season 2, presented to you by none other than War Drum Games. Team Sleep Tight with a 1-point lead in their hands, while Team Revolution still looking to open the scorecard for themselves, and the early aggression is already very visible from the side of Sleep Tight.
Absolutely right. And with it, we obviously dive into the game. And of course, thank you to Sarah for welcoming us into it. Oh, look at the mid lane aggression. They are not showing restraint. Sleep Tight is here basically saying, their motto is to make sure their opponents sleep tight, and they want to show it right from the get-go. And having the Selena, definitely they should be playing it like that immediately. Okay, but with it, pressure's coming in. Let's see how they show up. I think the first hurdle is where we will most likely see them engage. Emblems will show up pretty soon. I'm really curious to see what Alucard has gone. Some like to go for the assassin. Some go for the fighter. I think it's most likely going to be assassin.
Anything is possible, and as we talk about it, it is an assassin with a temporal reign, which means the Selena is going to be in a lot of danger if she tries to go in onto an Alucard while he has the ultimate online. Hayabusa has gone for the War Cry, so he will be dealing a lot of damage from the third hit of the Quad Shadow, and so already making his presence known onto the goal lane with a little bit of those abyssal arrows. But the Selena's emblem, though, definitely gonna go in for that, rotation. And as we talk about rotation, the early first blood onto Tammuz coming in from the side of Alucard, but a quick retaliation from the side of Sleep Tight as they secure 2 kills, taking down the jungler and the EXP laner of Revolution for a quick and easy turtle, mostly for the side of Sleep Tight in the early game.
Look at that. Almost everyone has already reached the level 4 mark, but really clutch flicker over there. But on the other side, look at that. Agony might get taken down here. Revitalize.
Lies, but is it going to be enough? He really is trying to sustain it all, but nope, not gonna be enough. And even Elgato is getting melted down quite a bit, but they do need to back off. Skull is a little bit low in HP, but if they want to look in for more, they do. They find the Abyssal Arrow too, and the enhanced basic attack will be enough for the side of Sleep Tide to secure that kill. Ray.
Yeah, and it's damn, already 4 kills? That's just insanity. That's 1000 goal advantage under 3 minutes of the game. It's not looking good right now for the side of Team Revolution X DTS when they wanted like so much advantage in this game. Look at that. Famdo slowly catching up that goal ranking. Number 3, number 4, he's almost the same as EXO. Oh, he's catching up 2000. So it's gonna be a game of cat and mouse for Fam to catch up to the gold as much as he can. But look at the pressure he's getting in the bot lane. And really bad news for Aki over there. Lowest gold for compared with the roamer. But oh, look at that, Sarah. AOG.
And the AOG, trying to AOG at 1 HP, tried like thrice for that, man. But those chain CCs is definitely affecting the side of Revolution X DTS, and that is exactly what we were mentioning in the draft, that if there's too many chain CCs coming in, the Alucard would practically be very inefficient and towards the team fights. And look at Fam, man. He is literally stuck behind the second turret at like the 4-minute mark of the game, and won't be able to farm up just because of the Lapu Lapu and the Hayabusa sitting in front of his face, not letting him secure even 1 minion, while they themselves try to mark down the tier 1 quick little objective for themselves. And now they'll easily be going in for the neutral objective. The turtle, the abyssal arrows are definitely connecting. A good engage would really be the end of it all. And Lapu Lapu tries to go in with the bravest fighter. Finds 2 in the back line. The AOG trying to use that, but he just auto aims it at the end. But Thamus, look at Bailzy just flexing off the new 1111 skin. Make sure you spin for it, guys. It's one of a kind. And with that, Team Sleep Tight, they have just secured a 2.5k lead in under 5 minutes.
Crazy stuff happening right now. And look at them. Hayabusa's already done with the Hunter Strike. Exo's done with the Glowing Wand. Farsa's still on the recipe items. She's still so behind. At least Alucard gets that, War X. But Hayabusa's already cooking up right now. Has at 1.1. Okay, who's the highest? Okay, yeah, Hayabusa's the one with the highest goal advantage. Lafu just does not care. Keeps going in.
Exactly, so the bravest fighter right on target once more. Johan and Bilzy will be the ones securing those kills, and Johan will find 2. He takes down all the frontliners, only Aki and Ranger. And again, a similar kind of draft mistake coming in from the side of Revolution X DTS. 2 scaling damage dealers. Hayabusa taking down 3/4 of their HP with just 1 shuriken each into their faces.
That is just insanity right now, because look at the scoreboard. It's 11-1. Just 1 kill for the side of Revolution X DTS. 5,000 goal advantage. Under 6-minute mark. Look at the top lane. It's still going in.
Absolutely. The Revitalize keeping Agony alive for a moment, but Abilzy has a natural Revitalize onto him with this ultimate, and that is exactly why Team Sleep Tight right here has been winning out in the team fights for so long. They've got the Hilda, they've got Abilzy right in the front line, and look at Skull. The man is so aggressive, just zoning away the members of Team Revolution as they even try to secure a little bit of those objectives. They can't, because the Hilda is just going to be zoning them away. And even here, EXO definitely portraying a bit of that Super Friends gameplay tonight. It's like he's possessed. Those abyssal arrows just not missing the mark no matter what.
Yeah, possessed by the abyssal demon or something. It's pretty funny. They have 2 abyssal heroes. It's gonna be the Bilzy on the Thamus over here. Look at the level ranking. Johan, level 10. Bilzy catching up. He's the goal laner, isn't he? Yeah, he's the goal laner, and he's the one catching up in the level. Look at that. He's still going in.
Exactly, and Agony will get taken down once more, and the third neutral objective of the game in the hands of Team Sleep Tight. Forza trying to run away with the flicker, will be able to survive, but will he? Johan onto the back line, the minions. Oh, the ultimate unfortunately switched to the minions, and he wasn't able to secure the kill right away. For now, Team Sleep Tight still holding that 7k goal lead into their hands, and desperate attempts to try and get those kills into their hands from the side of Revolution. They are trying to mark down Bilzy, but it's gonna be enough. Shane once more with the bravest fighter, trying to go in for an engage, and then immediately the disengage comes in from the side of Sleep Tight.
Absolutely. And for a second, when the game started, I was actually confused what skin it was. But yeah, it's that double 11-1. I gotta try it. I gotta try it eventually, right? But the score is 13-1. Almost 7,000 goal advantage for the side of Team Sleep Tight. And nothing's much to say over here because look at that goal ranking. Johan, Shane, Bilzy. 3 members are ahead of the side of Revolution XTTS. Fam, good job. But he's still 1,000 behind of everybody else. The only one he's catching up to is Bilzy, but look at that, still going in again.
Oh, Skull caught out a little bit too low in that fight, but there is no burst or damage incoming from the side of Revolution at the moment. They still have a lot to catch up on. And even though the other Solaro onto Famek, so with the Unstoppable will get shut down though, but Bilzy will be able to take the revenge kill onto Agony right away, and now Team Sleep Tight is going to be looking in for more. They still are trying to get Elgato onto the back line. Will miss the last phase of the Bravest Fighter, but the Bilzy will be there to finish it off. Aki gonna caught out alone, and Johan will be able to secure that kill right away.
Okay, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to see if DTS can make it. The only possible way is just they keep on defending, because the Lords are gonna start coming in right now. This is gonna be the first Lord of the game. Look at the Hayabusa going in for the full burst. Gonna be getting that Blade of Despair. 3.7 thousand goal advantage. On the other hand, Jonas going for the second item turtle build. What is that? I do not prefer that. Alucard's going in for, of course, that Rose Gold Meteor. Hasn't completed it yet. Fam is still only on the Skybracer with 0 kills, no damage. Gonna be going for that Malefic Roar soon. But is it gonna be enough? Hilda's already done with 2 recipe items, has the dominance ice already. It's not even budging from the damage from the far side right now. Thamos over here, of course, going in for that corrosion and a little bit of that tankiness. But Selena only with a glowing wand, dishing out so much damage. You know, you're in danger. Look at Hayabusa, 4.2 thousand goal advantage, all in his hands. His team has almost 10,000 goal lead, and 4,000 is all him. A jungler having basically 40% of the goal advantage to himself. Look at the stuns.
Exactly, I told you.
Lord's
Possessed
walking
by
in.
Super Prince himself, and of course, and now the lanes are going to be synced up, and they will definitely be looking to get that inhibitor into their hands, and only Alucard is going to be defending the bottom lane. Well, oh, okay, fam, once more gets taken down right away. The monster kill comes in from Johan. The AOG will land onto 1. Won't be enough to anything gonna be coming out of that AOG. Shane will manage to find an escape. Full clip trying to chase down Skull, but he's a tank man, and the passive activate at the right moment. Skull will make it out alive of that situation. 2 members down for the side of Revolution X DTS. Will they be able to defend the incoming waves, which will be up in another 5 seconds, straying right into their faces? Fam try to defend the minions as much as possible, but they are gonna be caught out a little bit low, and Skull here is at the danger of getting taken down, and Fam finally finds a kill at 11th minute of the game, finally opening up the scorecard for himself.
Finally, a kill that Fam desperately needed. And with it, it's just 10 stacks though. But look at the damage dealt. Disgusting. Thamos with the most highest damage dealt. To be fair, I've played this guy when he just got revamped, and his damage is nothing but... Oh, look at that in the top lane though. Alucard looks like he's trying to beef up on someone, and it's going to be that Abyssal King, but decides to just go back. But look at that. What is that? 64? Is that 64,000 damage dealt on a freaking Thamos? God damn. That's the only one who's contending right now, funny enough, is the Uranus. He's the only one who's like even remotely halfly close to anyone for the side of Team Sleep Tight. I mean, you're not going to compare him to the Roamer, right? So yeah, don't compare to the Roamer. But the rest of the members, they're all pretty high on the damage department. Lord's going to be coming in 10 seconds. Full clip only now gets that endless battle. It is not going to dish out that much damage, especially considering when he's level 12, level 15s on the hands of Sleep Tight.
So, and this should be a very easy load for them. And there's practically only one inhibitor staying alive at 1 HP for the side of Revolution. So, if they want to defend this, they will really have to sacrifice their frontliners before the Lord even enters the base. So, we'll have to see how that one works out for them, because the Selena is already dealing a lot of damage from the Abyssal Arrows itself. And if she manages to get even one stun onto Fam or Aki, the game might just be over for the side of Revolution. And now the Lord is gonna be marching down the mid lane. The members of Team Sleeptide are gonna be forcing down themselves along with the Lord. Elgato trying, okay, but the bravest fighter once more onto the back line. Two flickers getting baited out. AOG onto 2 will get the taunts as well, but Johan manages to sidestep, will try to look for the ult on towards the back line, will find Agony right away with the godlike. He's going in for more, finds full clip as they try to look for the base. Beelzebub, he will get taken down, but Johan is still gonna be low, gets saved because of the bravest fighter and the stun, but Fam will find the killing spree. He's trying to look for more. He finds the double. Is he gonna be looking for the triple? He definitely can, and he finds it. Fam, the young talent, will find a triple and try to save his team from imminent death, but the base is gonna be lingering at 1 HP as Team Revolution breathes one last sigh of relief.
Fam, well, this boy has been showing for his team time and time again, but by the time he's showing up, they're down to the last options. They only got the base right now left, and not sure what they can do. Just one more Lord in the next minute, and I don't think it's defendable, right? Even if Fam does stay alive, the rest of the members will have to put in the effort to do something about it. The score's 23-8. The goal advantage did fall down with the shutdowns that he was able to get in. It's down to 5k. Really great job. But let's take a look at the item builds. He has the Wind of Nature. Okay, Fam, slowly but surely, caught up to the side of Sleeptide. He's basically full build, right? Yeah, he's full build. Those shutdown goals really helped him up. And oh, wow! Fam is actually the one in the lead.
Exactly.
And this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you always, shutdowns are crazy stuff. Look at that. They're still behind 5k, but Fam has not just caught up, he's actually surpassed everyone from the side of Sleeptide. But a one-man army is not the show, because it's Moba Legends 5v5, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be taking all 5 members to put in the effort. Farsa still level 12. Okay, he's really, really behind in this game. And not sure what they can do, because, of course, the threat of the waves, threat of the minions, and the threat of the backdoor still persist. But damn, El Gato Cat this time wins out in that heal ranking. 99, basically 100,000 regen. They don't call him the walking fountain for nothing. But possible last lord of the game, Sarah?
Definitely possible. No inhibitors standing. The frontliner Agony trying to look for an engage. The AOG once more aimed automatically while onto the back line. Change zones away. Fam as well as Aki. Agony will fall down with no backup onto him. Full clip now trying to engage, but looking for more. He's gonna get taken down. Fam with the double though is looking for more. Fam, can he do this? He finds the triple. He actually does it. And now he's looking for more. Is he going to be able to secure a maniac? But Shane, the lifesteal of the Lafu. Lafu is just insane. But Fam with the answer will find the second maniac, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mythic Showdown. 2 maniacs back to back. One from Exo on the Kimi. Second from Fam, the youngest talent of this tournament. Definitely worth the hype.
Absolutely. I mean, he's literally the youngest talent that esports have right now, because, ladies and gentlemen, Mythic Showdown has the very best, and you can clearly see, despite when you think, hey, it's game over, Revolution, you better sleep tight, they said no, and they wake up and they choose violence. And that's what they're trying to do right now. Grange is slowly catching up. 65,000 damage dealt. And he's basically surpassed the Uranus from his team as well. And he has actually surpassed Hayabusa as well as Lapu in the damage department. And the only one he's left to contend with is going to be the Thamus on that 80,000 mark. But when that happens, you know that Fam has reached the level where they can push for a game number 3. But let's see if it will happen. Great game here. They finally make it to the end of basically the late game. A goal difference has shifted. Everyone's maybe down, but fam, he's ahead. He's the one with close to, oh my god, 15k gold. That is just insanity. He has 4,000 goal advantage. Him, all him. That's crazy.
It's fam esports, guys. It's fam esports, and this man has
Fam
been
X Revolution X DTS.
absolutely. And he isn't even legally a man yet, but the way he has been showing up for his team in both of these games and this time around on the Granger would definitely has advantage against a very, the kind of front to back composition which Team Sleep Tide has right now. It is showing up, but Agony once more forced to use up the Revitalize pretty easily. Goes in for a taunt, goes in for the Selena, will get chunked down very easily. Goes in for the AOG. A misengage possibly, and he's gonna get taken down easily, but fam in danger here. The Wind of Nature pops up, but Hayabusa out of the backline trying to find him, but no, he managed to survive. Full clip meanwhile will find Exo, while Aki will get taken down on the backline, but fam with the legendary onto Skull. 2-for-1 trade coming in favor of Revolution x DTS, who have managed to bridge the gap in their goals, and now they are all equal. They will definitely be able to contest the next Lord of this game.
Absolutely. Aki, right now, the only one who's, I would say, still a bit behind. Once Aki can provide the zoning that they so desperately need right now, I think Revolution X DTS can put this game into their pocket, but the wave management fear is still in their heart, mainly because of the fact that they don't have a single inhibitor. Super minions are storming in their base. They will have to keep on pulling up the defenses. Look at Farsa. She's still 2 items behind from full build. This is why I'm saying Farsa being behind, they are still lacking in that magic damage department. But let's just wait. Let's just see what happens, really. Fam over here has finally sold out his boots. Gonna be going for that rose gold meteor. If he can go for a quick item swap, maybe he can immune out the Hayabusa if he, tries to come into him. On the other side, Selena did not go for the lightning truncheon, went in for that wishing lantern. Good choice. But I think the last item should be maybe the blood wings, maybe holy crystal, up to whichever they can go for. Hayabusa is going for the full damage as well. Hilda decides to go for the, I get it. He really wants to take down the backline, but I think at this point him sustaining is going to be the most important factor, not taking out the backline, because he's not going to be able to take down fam, right? So it's better to get the immortality and maybe survive a team fight, because Skull did get taken down 4 times already, so gotta prevent those casualties. But look at that, gold ranking 18,000, 4k ahead of Johan. Fam basically said even if they lose, this is his game. What a legendary boy.
Full clip. But he manages to escape. But Aki, he's gonna get targeted down as well. But okay, fine. So far, so good. But Elgato gets melted down by the side of Sleep Tide lineup. Once again, the AOG onto both the back line. We won't find anyone though, but they're gonna target down the BLZ onto the front line. They are trying to take them down, but fam will get shut down by Exo's Abyssal Arrow. Members charging in only and only for him, as Skull will find full clip.
No!
There's only one person remaining. It's Aki, and he will not be able to defend against 4 people. Team Sleep Tight lineup finds the 2-0 clean sweep in the very first best of 3 of the Mythic Showdown Season 2, and will definitely move on to the main stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our first victors, Sleep Tight lineup.
They really made sure that Revolution will sleep tight for tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, congrats, because Sleep Tight lineup will be moving to the wildcard phase, immediately qualifying for a top 8 wildcard. not top 8 qualifiers, guys. The top 8 wildcard phase. So congrats, Sleep Tight right now. They can actually sleep tight as well. We won it, so better get some rest, because tomorrow's going to be not for them. Because Revolution X DTS right now, they will have to wait out for another chance in the loser brackets for the loser of the next match. And Man, I know we shouldn't be biased, but I do hope this kid, literal kid, 14-year-old guys, he studies in 8th standard and he's doing his absolute best against people with so much more experience. Even his team, DT Revolution X DTS, is a very new team. So really want this team to make it, but of course we still have two teams with dreams who will come in. But with a 2-4-0 score, Sleep Tight moves forward. But anyways, let's take a look back into the emblems that we just had. UNS went in for that basic emblem. I think it's good. It's good. It helps with the mana regen, but of course you can clearly see he almost touched in Bilzy's damage dealt out. 84k versus 95,000 on the other side. Whoa. Selena dealt 99k. That is really high. Is she the highest? Whoa, she's the highest. I think at the later phases, her stuns were just, dishing out the craziest amount. Mainly because the rest of the members were not able to reach them. So,
Exactly.
great job from EXO. Many people say, hey, Selena's useless in the late game. He said no. So, that's pretty commendable.
Absolutely. And no, honestly, the fact that Uranus did sustain nearly 300k damage, it still wasn't enough because he really did do it all for fam right there. He was there throughout. And I think those little misengages coming in from Agony is what caused real agony to the side of Revolution, unfortunately. And on towards the end, I told you in the draft that the Granger has only one counter, and it is the Hayabusa and the Lapu Lapu just jumping in onto his face, and that is exactly what Johan and Shane did. And Exo just managed to finish it up with his Abyssal Arrow, securing that last little kill for himself, while the rest of his team definitely marked down the frontliners. Garutkacha and Uranus, they were too distracted on marking down Beelzy and Exo, and they just went in. And onto the backline, Aki and Fam were left wide open and vulnerable. And I think that is where things went a little bit wrong for the side of Revolution.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think both of the games, they relied on Fam a little bit too much. We get it, Fam's definitely the MVP star of the show, but I think they will have to step up their mid-game level really soon. I feel like Aki was really at least overwhelmed or something. I mean, to be fair, I really said it. They rushed the Farsa, but there was Hayabusa right open. So I think if you're gonna go for the Farsa, make sure you have some form of counter or at least defense for any of the assassins that are gonna be jumping on her face. And Uranus was not it, And even I think the Garutkacha was a lot of the scenarios was rushing the Revitalize a lot of the times. He was expecting the whole side of the team of Sleep Tide to jump on him, but of course it was just a bait and switch. So I just hope next time around, DTS, tomorrow you have a game, of course, a best of 5 series. It's going to be even a longer one. It will test your endurance, it will test your skills, and it will test your might. So, of course, wishing them the best ahead. But with it, Sarah, anything you want to say? Because we are wrapped up with the first match, and the next one is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, Lafu Kabi versus NTD, contending for that second spot in the wildcard phase with the other elite teams. Anything you want to say?
Absolutely. Make sure you watch the next game because it's going to be Mr. Direct Mid-Cap into the screen playing in that game for you all. So definitely going to be enjoyable. As for Team Sleeptime lineup, congratulations to them for being the very first winners going up to the main stage. While to Team Revolution, you can do it tomorrow. Whoever you go up against, you definitely have the potential. Just focus on the draft a little more and be yourself. That's all I'd like to tell them. As well as the audience, stick around for the giveaway and be active because winners will be picked at the very end. So don't worry, it is going to take place. But along with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first best of 3 of the Mythic Showdown at its end. This was me, your caster Sarah, alongside Ray, and we will be taking on leaves for now. Thank you.
small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
Hello guys, we are back again after an accelerating match we have seen into the first game. We are now back for the second one. This is Mythic Showdown Season 2 you are watching, and of course the Open Qualifiers semi-finals. And after that game that we have witnessed, a game best of 3 series, do we have another one? And for now, we'll be having NTD who will be going against Lafu Kabi in another best of 3 series. They will be fighting against each other to see who will be grabbing that open spot for themselves to go into the 3 states. So yeah, now it's gonna be exciting one to say the least. So I'm gonna be here with Wans right now, and he's there. You know, I think he's moving, but it's gonna be okay. So Wans, who do you think? What do you think? Is it gonna be a clean sweep like the before game, or do you want to go to game number 3?
Oh, Debbie, that is an illegal question because, yeah, you know, the previous game, it was and DTS, and you know, in the chat I was watching it right from the beginning, and there was so many players who were like supporting DTS. They're gonna take the sweep. They're gonna take the sweep. They're gonna be 2-0, and yeah, the tables just totally flipped. Sleep totally shifted the table, and you know, they made all the viewers they proved all the viewers wrong, that they're not gonna lose tonight, and they just managed to somehow win the game. And yeah, I do have to say that the previous game, DTS and Sleep Type, that was one heck of a game, despite you know, DTS losing, not DTS, sorry, Sleep Type, you know, losing in phases of the game so much. They were just still able to come back with so many comebacks in the first and the second game as well. So back to your question, like who's gonna win tonight's game? I am definitely gonna answer you that after I've seen the draft. I would definitely love to see the draft, and then I would like put out my prediction. But yeah, I could ask the same question to you as well, Debbie. Who do you think is gonna win tonight's game?
No, yeah, I put in a spot. I put you in a spot so that I don't have to answer, but you hit me another one. It's okay because I'm gonna reply to that, because you'll never know. NTD is an underdog team. They have been out there for so not long. They have been out there recently. They have
Indeed.
nonchalance in their name as well. So I'm pretty sure we might see a different kind of playstyle as well. Something new that we aren't used to. But as for Lafu Kabi, they are there for a long time. They have a solid lineup. They have a monster mate, of course. So we'll see. We'll see how they be able to perform. But you know what? If we talk about experience, Lafu Kabi have the better experience. NTD, they are still new. So we're going to be seeing a young blood into their side. So yeah, still experience always shows first round is a best of 3, best of 5 series, and as for best of 1s, it's kind of unpredictable sometimes. But for best of 3s, it's always the experienced ones who have the better chance. But yeah, talking about experience, right? We have seen the performance of both the teams in that previous game. Both
Yeah.
Sleep Tie lined up and Revolution. They have had maniacs onto their gold laners and mid laner as well. So I'm pretty sure we might be seeing those kind as well, which just means that the game was very hectic, of course. And if we talk about hectic, this is a change up in the meta where the brawl composition is definitely up to the par, and whoever have the best fighters into their side with a long sustain, they are gonna be winning out into those brawls. So meanwhile, I think it's a good meta. I would say that it's kind of bad for the marksmen, don't you think?
Definitely. I mean, the meta has totally shifted, and just today, I was so wonderstruck when I was going through the patch because new items drop, free as revamp drop, so many nerfs and nerf and buffs they drop, and it was like a big shock because I was not expecting the new patch to drop today, and I am just so excited, to try out the new items which have been tweaked. To name them, it's gonna be the Guardian Helmet, the Chastise Cauldron, and it's gonna be the item which I think it was the Guardian Helmet, Dominance Eyes,
Yeah,
yes,
Dominance, yeah.
Chastise Cauldron. So these 3 items have been tweaked, and it's quite unfortunate to say that the item Twilight Armor, it's no longer in the game. It seems like the developers decided to fire that item because no one uses it much. But yeah, talking about the items, that I do have to say that I feel like the Dominance Eyes is gonna be one of the strongest tank items in the game because it has the Beam effect, 60% anti-heal. On top of that, it has another effect which provides hybrid defense, 40 hybrid defense. If 5 enemies are around you, so that is gonna make your hero so tanky. But keeping aside all that, we are already here into the first draft of the second match here, Lafu Kabi versus NTD.
Yep. And Lafu Kabi, they will be onto the red side, which means NTD will have the first pick. So with the change up in metas right now, there are so many ways for squads to go and pick out a different kind of synergy, a different kind of composition, and we might eventually see a lot of tank into the jungle as well. Even though it has been, a bit 50-50 before the patch dropped, this time around I think the fighter or the tank jungles might eventually be the best one here, and not much of a marksman into the goal lane as well. Of course, we are new into that. It is a dangerous grass, so the map is much more gonna be abused. I think the boosters are gonna be more abused than usual. But what? Once the bans are gonna be coming through, and with the new pets that we already talked about, you kind of want to focus on to what your opponents are more comfortable on, and that has to be the Selena getting banned from the side of NTD and Angela gone also. One fact for Lafu Kabi is that you wanna have to remove out the Selena always.
Yeah. I mean, we already know that Lafu Kabi is one of the big teams out there, and we already know the players from the side of Lafu Kabi. And the mid laner from Lafu Kabi does play Selena really well, so they do know what they're doing here against Lafu Kabi. And NTD, they're going up against... they're picking away the comfort picks from the side of Lafu here, so the Selena ban is quite good. And talking about the bans, I feel like these two teams, they have definitely done a lot of research before coming in here tonight. They are definitely going to be taking out each other's main pick as well. But Debbie, we can already see that there is a Kalia ban as well from the side of NTD.
Kalea they removed, because it's kind of a no-brainer to say that the Kalea can also be used as a pick-off. But I don't know, maybe the Kalea can be actually handled, because there's always ways for you to pick up the Gatots or the Hyloses and so on. But we'll never know. Brusco might eventually be comfortable on that. But hey, talking about the tank into the jungle, the Angela kind of star a lot when there are utility into the jungle, so you got to remove that as well. And of course the Jushin always got to be removed. This is a signature banned hero for War Drums, honestly, whatever the season it may be. The Jushin is always gone. So this is a ritual for War Drums right now. So hey, even in Mythic Showdowns, we are gonna be getting this, so always has to be removed. But for NTD though, what can they remove here? What is good or what is bad?
I feel like they can pick off an Xbox here, because looking at the bans so far, Debbie, I feel like they are gonna go for a utility jungle, considering the fact that they took off the Kalia out of the draft. There is a high possibility that they are trying to pick off the Kalia because they might go for a frontline jungle. So the Kalia might be very troublesome, because she can basically use the Tsunami Slam to pick you off if you are a utility jungle. So I feel like this time around they might go for that for the overall utility jungle. So they might as well play away the counters for that utility jungle. And I feel like this time around Lafu Kabi, and they're a bit aware of that as well. So they're just the Angela, so they're preventing that support plus utility jungle combo from the side of NTD as well.
That's why it's very solid. You got to ban out the Jushin and the Angela for that. And the fact that, Grog is going to be removed as well, a very good hero to remove when you are, when you're onto the red side, right? Because I feel like Grog is also a very good first pick hero. Basically counterable unless you don't want, you have a Khalid onto your room. But Bastia gone. Of course, it's going to be removed by Lafu Kabi. They are into the second pick, and we already talked about the utility into the jungles, and the Basha is wait, did I say Barats? It's Basha. The Baxia is always gonna be one of the top utility jungles ever. The CC being completely left open will be picked by NTD. Hey, you know what? Honestly, once I feel like the Yuzong is more worth it than the CC, but the CC is honestly a broken hero.
Definitely, she is quite a broken hero in the current patch, because she is so flexible.
Yeah.
Be played in both side lanes, goal or EXP, name it. She can be played in either. And I do feel like the nerf that she received today in the patch, it's not going to be enough to turn her.
Yeah.
It's basically gonna deplete the stacks from her passive faster, and her damage and the cooldown reduction has not even been touched. So I feel like they have to work on her damage, because I feel like her burst as a fighter is quite high, because she can basically use the UOU split and the curtain coil, and that can absolutely shred even the tanks and the fighters, considering the fact that she has a war axe and it can basically abuse the passive of the war axe. But yeah, nonetheless though, we can already see there are a lot of picks coming up from the side of NTD this time around. We can see that they have picked away the Kimi as well as the Yi Shin. NTD, they are quite they're going quite for the heroes that have been nerfed, because the Yi Shin has been nerfed as well. The damage is still the same, has not been touched. The only thing that the Yi Shin has been nerfed is his ultimate. The vision that he provides from 5 seconds, it has been lowered to 2 seconds. So now there is less exposure for the enemies if you use the Mountain Shocker. And as for the Kimi has not been touched in the current patch. She's still the same. So yeah, the Kimi is quite a solid pick as well. And yeah, the Kimi is such a flex pick as well, because she can be played as a goal laner as well as mid laner. And even if you play her as a mid laner, she is still a marksman in a camouflage mid lane. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Honestly, the amount of damage already coming through from NTD is overwhelming, to be honest. And I don't like it. I don't hate it either, to be fair. the CC can actually go into the XP or the gold right now. You already mentioned. Even though the Kimi is kind of a flex pick, it's more suitable to go into the mid side. So I'm pretty sure it could be a mage Kimi yet again. And onto the other hand, though, there's a lot of variety coming through from the side of Lafu Kabi here. They have the Elise, which I think is a very solid pick. The Elise is so good into the backdivers, especially against those melee heroes too. And I feel like, because of the range that she have, it's definitely gonna be one of the most important factors into this team fight. And unlike the previous Elise, you kind of don't have to wait for the late game to be a dead managed. She does have a lot of sustains into her kit too. And like we already mentioned, the change up into those items is gonna be helping her quite a lot. So we have to think that the first turtle fight might eventually be into the hands of Lafu Kabi. Too easy, too early to judge, but still, I already liked the roam and the XP is coming through from Lafu Kabi already. So it is in a dire. It is putting NTD in a dire position where they have to go for a lot of sustain into their roam, or it should be XP, right? Yeah, and XP too.
Yeah, I mean, you've made quite a point right there, Debbie. I mean, if we talk about Lafu Kabi's pick, they have the Gatot, they have the Alice, and they have the Lancelot. Even though they're not going for the utility core, I feel like the Alice and the Gatot are going to be so good here.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that the tank items have been immensely buffed. So yeah, if you have like tanky front lines like the Alice and the Gatot, plus the new items, you are going to be unstoppable. Because if you combine those two items, you get so much defense. It feels like now you're finally a tank. Because previous patches, tanks were not popular. They were like basically like fighters. They were squishy.
Yeah.
Most fighters, they were more squishy than tank. But this time around, with the item changes, tanks are going to be so tanky. And they'll definitely have a very, very hard time to shred the new basically the new tanks here, but with the new items. Because if you go for attack speed marksman, the chastised cauldron will definitely reduce your attack speed by 75%. So that is a lot. You definitely need that Trinity build if you want to go and melt the tanks in the new patch here. But talking about the second phase of the draft here, Debbie, we can see that the bans coming up from the side of NTD, it is going to be a Granger ban as well as a Harrod ban. So it feels like now, they are trying to keep the damage dealers at bay, because they are aware that they are quite squishy, and if they open these birds goal laner like Harrod and Granger, it can be very overwhelming for them, because there are already two squishy hero on board for NTD, which is the Kimi and the YSS. So I feel like their decision here to ban out the Granger and that Harrod is quite good. And as for Lafu Kabi, they're going off with the Fovius and the Hilda ban. A lot of time being picked up from the side of Lafu Kabi. As well, at the same time, they're banning so many tanks. At the same time, they are going for so many tanks. So, it feels like they're trying to get that tank meta on their hand really, really well here. Because they're taking all the tanks that they have on their board, and they're also preventing NTD from picking the tanks.
One thing I would like to say is that Lafu Kabi are up on par with the meta, and I don't feel like NTD is still out there. Of course, we would like the gold lane bans here for the Harris and the Granger. I think it's more of a target ban rather than a respect. I don't know, but the fact that it's always gonna be a fighter into the gold lane right now, I kind of don't understand why they have to remove all the marksmen here. It's more dependent. I mean, they are more gonna be focused onto the fighters and the tanky utilities into the goal much now, and NTD may not be on may not be catching up with the patch, but it's still okay, because the last week's coming through. It's gonna be sealing the deal, and as we all know, the Yi Xunshin is kind of weak against those magic damage dealers, and of course, the Hylos was what I was expecting to come from the side of NTD. There was a last option that they have to pick out. It's gonna be good either way. But yeah, it's gonna be good against the Gatot. But they have a Lunox already into the hands of Mr. Jojo. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how they'll be able to start the game because the lineups are set in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is a best of 3 series of the semi-finals Open Qualifiers for Mythic Showdown. We have NTD going against Lafu Kabi. So we have seen how they will be able to perform reaching out to this far, and the last slot is completely left open. They will be fighting for this, and yeah, the lineups are already what we see once. What do you
Yeah,
expect from the start?
I mean, the start. I definitely have to see that it can be either of the teams that is gonna pick up the pace. It all depends on the junglers if they snowball because both junglers are assassin. So it
Mhm.
depends on who snowballs first. But we can see that yeah, this time
Gee.
around, yeah.
Okay, that was a flicker baited into the mid side, but there was a good starting coming through from Lafukabi, man. Loopsy guys, nonetheless. But yeah, they're gonna be okay, right? It's just a start. Look at the emblems though.
Yeah, we can definitely see the emblems. I love this new UI, W production. It is
W.
very rare, that we get to see emblems in a lot of tournaments. But War Drum is just bringing up the top notch production, and they're letting us even see the emblems that the players have chosen. And yeah, we can see that the emblems are quite common. These are the ones that fit the characters here, the heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie, back to the game though. I
Yep.
do feel like this time around the Lancelot will be a big threat for the side of NTD because they do not have a proper counter for the Lancelot. They can't really
Mhm.
pin the Lancelot down, so that is going to be a big disadvantage for them against the Lance.
Especially when it is Loopsy guys who is onto the landslide, right? He's more comfortable onto those assassins into the jungle, nevertheless. But First Blood already drawn into the mid lane for absolute mate here. Taken down as the First Blood, the Luna's gone, and it's gonna be the mid golden plating that they wanted to do. The taunts coming through, PYG trying to do something as much as defending into the mid side, but it's gonna be an okay game. 1k goal lead for the side of NTD. They are the one trying to start into this turtle yet again, but Loopsy onto the vicinity, trying to chase away any possible steal on his turtle.
Wow, I do have to say that NTD, they are very poised and
Wait, what? AOZ onto Pervert Glubin will be taken down eventually by Toro. Onto the other side is going to be the Black Dragon arriving onto the picture here. Loopsy guys able to remove Nunsel and even from the picture yet again. The stun's coming through. Jozo taken very low. Torrad will be able to grab that kill, but another one. It's going to be blinded by Rage. Taken down. The taunt coming through. Turn right will be caught into the midst of it all. Toro grabbing another kill of his own. A good play coming through from Lafukabi, able to start the game with a banger and taking down the turtle again.
Wow, Lafukabi, you are just starting the game, and in the first 3 minutes, you've already managed to secure 4 kills right on board. So that is gonna be a really good lead for you right off the early game. We can see the level ranking here, Debbie, and we can see that it is gonna be Rage, Nintai, Torian, who've already hit level 5 here. But yeah, talking about Lafukabi, this is the pace that they need, considering the fact that they have a Lancelot. This is the snowball that they need. But yeah, on the top lane, we can see that blinded by Rage is just blinded by the Rage because they're not back
Look at that! Gonna be the AOZ connecting onto Goblin, will be taken down with the chaos yet again. There's gonna be the glorious pathway being used just to walk away for Nintai. What a good engage coming from Blair the Dogman, who's definitely being backed upon right there onto the top side, but onto the bottom lane as well. It's gonna be a 1v1 situation between Even and Yatoro, because Yatoro is definitely gonna be ahead onto the blue buff. It's gonna be a stun coming through. The Mountain Circle will be used just for the reason the blind. Yeah, he's blinded by Rage. The Dragon also being topped. So it's going to be a resource being burnt down by the side of NTD and steal all in favor of... Oh, never mind. It's going to be Nintai getting quantities of it all. Might be taken down just a little bit. 1 HP is what he's left with, but PYZ taking a damage for himself. Pervert Goblin able to trade out all of those HP, able to save his teammate from getting taken down.
Yeah, Pervert Goblin, he just saved Nintai there from getting taken down. And yeah, the pressure is so much right now on NTD because they are a bit behind on the goal. We can see that there's a goal difference of nearly 700. And yeah, Debbie, we can already see the second turtle is going to be spawning in about 9 seconds.
Yep.
And we can already see the goal ranking. It is going to be Yatoro on the Esmeralda with the highest goal, 3.2k goal. from the SME on the goal lane over there. And we are already back into the river. We can see that the players are aligned. Lafu Kabi already starting with the turtle here. Oh, it's going to be Nintai who's going to go in and try to provide some vision.
Okay, there's gonna be a stun coming through. AOZ not being able to pop down. Perfect Goblin able to grab the kill on his own. The turtle is what they want to focus on. The ghost power used as well. But Jozo and down envelope Z will be able to get the turtle eventually, but Blair the Dogman might be in trouble. Taking very low, one more hit. He might be taken down, blinded. Able to grab that kill. The dragon also pop as well. Loop G, it can't into the miss of it all, getting petrified upon. He has the Tauros able to walk away with the blue buff and the turtle, but all still NTD able to equalize onto the bottom lane. It's gonna be the Starfall Moon giving connecting. Yeah, Toro trying to go in, getting sandwiched upon. The stuns coming through as well. This is gonna be a dive. One more hit will not be enough. He's still gonna be surviving. PYZ able to save him down, but the turret will be falling. And TD with a trade up. This is what they are waiting for.
Oh my god, NTD, you are just shifting the scale through and fro. Sometimes it's on Lafu Kabi, sometimes it's on NTD. What is going on with the game? But yeah, nonetheless, item builds, we can see that this time around, we can see the Yuzong with the War Axe as well as the Yi Sin Shin going for the Hunter Strike as well as the rushing for the War Axe as well. And as for Luke, we can see he has the War Axe as well and is definitely looking for a Hunter Strike. But yeah, talking about the goal, we can see that both sides of the team, they have around 18 and 17k goal lead. So that is not a big difference.
Yep.
Both of them are definitely maintaining the goal really well. They're not letting either of them have too much advantage on the goal, on the economy. But talking about the lane, though, we can see that NTD, they already picked the first lane from the bot, so that is a bit of an advantage for them because the map is more exposed. So the members of Lavkavi are more exposed to the danger. But then again, here we can see that.
Oh, Torrent? He might be onto something here. It's going to be the chaos being committed onto Torrent. Not. He will be able to survive with the Dauntless AOZ. Will not be connecting onto him. It's going to be a stun coming through. Another Tracers he'll be using, but not for long. He might be eventually taken down, but he still survived. But on the other hand, it's going to be the Dragon coming, topping upon the revitalizing pop. PYZ might be caught, but it's going to be Yatora taken down by Nonchalant even. He's trying to go for more. It's going to be a stun coming through. Loop G with the dashes can't go into the backlines. One hit away. He will not be able to take anyone down, but on the other hand, blinded by raids, getting chased upon. He have 1 HP onto his side. Blade the Darkman wanted to go in, but it's gonna be a disengage coming through onto the other side. It's gonna be another re-engage. Turn right, trying to go on the solo against Loop G. He have the Tauros trying to survive, able to walk away. The tongue coming through as well in time. Might be caught to the base of it all. The current calls coming through. Salan even trying to go in for more. One hit away, but it's not gonna be them taken down. Low HP is coming through from the side of Lafu Kabi. NTD successful in chasing them away from the turtle.
Wow, that was one heck of a fight. But yeah, it was NTD who got the better advantage there. They got a kill, they got a turtle, and now the lead is on their side. We can see that there is a 1.6k goal lead. And as for the damage taken, we can see here on our right, that is going to be Piss on the spot with 58.1k damage taken in merely 8 minutes of the game. That is insane. That is a lot of damage that you're taking without any items, Debbie, isn't that?
Yes,
right?
Yeah, true. And not looking at the fact that they're trying to focus onto the top lane right now. Hey, there's going to be something brewing into the midst of it all, into the boost. They might be trying to do something as Cyrus should do, being popped here and there. Blinded by rage will not be popping out the dragon just yet because they know that they just wanted to defend onto the top lane and not engage. Yeah, this is not so broly thing that we were expecting, but still it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I feel like now the pace of the game has toned down a bit. There's a bit of a breather for both sides of the team. They're not looking for any fights right now. They're just poking each other through and fro, and they're looking for mistakes because this time around we can see that Lupisi on the lands, he's still quite healthy. He has a really good 201 and has not died yet till now, so that is really good for him. And as for Tonrad, he has a 212 KDA, which is quite good as well because the goal difference is there though, but the level ranking, wow, look at the level ranking here. We can see Tonrad is a bit ahead of Lupiz, but yeah, Lupiz just manages to catch up with Tonrad, and both are level 13 this time around. But yeah, talking about the CC, we can see that the CC is already level 11, and as for the Esmeralda, she's merely just level 10. Same for the
Uh-huh.
Alex. But yeah, on the bot here, we can see that there is just so much going on. Yeah, Toro on the
Yes.
Esmeralda just taking so much damage from three members, but will still be able to hold down the lane. And Loopy Z here will be the one invading the purple from the side of NT.
Oh,
Will try
eh?
to get a few resources out of that.
Phantom Execution, Thorn Rose, he'll be able to walk away without getting anything or even, trading anything out with the blue buff here. But onto the other side though, Tonrot will be, he's not going to be trying to do anything here right now. PYZ might be caught. This is going to be a stun. The dragon being popped as well. PYZ remove the chaos. Will be unified. Don't until be excited. So try to be an engage coming through as well. The sun coming in time. Might be getting caught to the base of it. The Thorn Rose will not be dealing any mind with damage. The Phantom Execution coming through as well. The dragon with the stun coming through. Tarata will be able to take down Loopty here again. Jojo with the flicker able to survive, walking away. But the Lord is what NTD wanted. Another set coming through. The stun coming in as well. The Purify being popped by Yatoro. He's trying to go in, but he's the sole survivor there. He cannot actually go in right now, but it's going to be a song coming through as well. The stun is right there. The current goes in tie, able to walk away, but Tonrad will be able to secure onto the Lord, all in favor of NTD. They were able to chase away Lafu Kabi from all of these objectives.
Wow, that was a really, really good macro coming up from the side of La. Oh my god, look at.
Oh my god, close,
They are
close.
just, yeah, they're just unable to withstand the damage from the Kimi, because the Kimi this time around, she has a lot of items and a lot of damage. Perverted Goblin here trying to go to the purple buff, but nonetheless it's gonna be Nintai on the Hylos that is gonna provide a little bit of vision for the team. But yeah, Debbie, we
Yep.
can see the Lord is marching down the bot lane.
Oh,
And
that's gonna be Glorious Spotway onto the Lord as well. The traction pulse will be connecting on to them as well. See under the back lines, connecting on to two members. It's all coming through. The damage coming through from Yvan, able to take down the HP on the side of Lafukabi. The revitalized big pop again. The stun is in, blinded by rage, able to jump the way. A lot of low HP is coming through from NTD. They have to retreat. The Lord is what they want, and the mid lane is what they're gonna be getting right now, and they are still able to stay in the lead. 4K goal onto their hands once.
wow, I do have to say that NTD, they are such a poised team. They're so good at the macro, and their micro is really good as well, because their decision making is so good. They're getting the best out of the fights that they're getting. But yeah, I do have to talk about the items, because I cannot take my eyes off of the items, because I do see that there are a lot of item on the Yi Sun Shin,
Yep.
the War Axe, the Malefic Roar, mostly almost a full build. He's going for the last item, which is going to be the
Never
Yodi, but
mind, look at that.
nonetheless,
PYC?
though,
Oh no! It's gonna be one resource burn. It's gonna be okay though, because there's still time for the Lord to come through. But hey, once I think this is gonna be, taking a toll onto the gold that has been accumulated by Lafukabi though.
Indeed, yeah, they are definitely taking a toll on the goal, but yeah, nonetheless, though, on the mid we can see there's another skirmish. What is going
Yeah,
on?
it's gonna be engaged, coming through. The glorious power being used again. The time's coming through. Loopty trying to go in, trying to do something, but on the other hand, it's gonna be the better fight connecting on the two members. He's trying to go in for more. Blinded by rage, able to stun down. Blade the
Oh my
Dogman taking
God.
down Perfect Glove, but turn
He's
Dread
trading.
will be removed into the big dash onto the other side. Even still onto the run. Loopty guys able to get a kill onto Nintai. Oh, still trying to go for more. The stuns coming through. The Phantom Execution connecting onto rage. The Tawny is there. One more hit and Loopty guys with the double kill and TD. They have only one member left. All it takes was one fight from Lafukabi.
Oh my god, you are so right. All it took was one fight, and the tables are definitely, yeah, they have totally turned. But look at this. Oh
Okay,
my
and
god.
there's gonna be a Tawny coming through.
Yeah.
Take down Jozo with the last hit of the chaos. Now they turn the tide around. The Lord spawning into the perfect timing, and this might not be contested once.
Oh, this is definitely not a lord that is going to be contested. It's definitely going to the side of Lafukabi. Now they have the lord advantage, and they can definitely push with this lord. I feel like this time NTD, they really have to look out for the Lunox. The Lunox in
Yeah.
that fight. She absolutely shredded everyone with the chaos. But yeah, on the bot though, we can see there is a 1v1 between our guy here, Blinded by Rage, and Yatoro. It seems like Blinded by Rage, he has no anti-heal item. That is a bit surprising because once you're facing against an Alice and a Esmeralda, you need that anti-heal. But I did not see the broken heart icon on
Yeah,
Yatoro
yeah.
when she attacked the Yuzong. Yeah, we can definitely see that the Yuzong is going for the dominance this time around. But though on the mid lane, we can see the Lord is marching down, and there's gonna be an AOG pop.
Oh my god, the ton coming through as well. It's gonna be blinded by Rage trying to go in for more. The dragon will be popped too. But Phantom Execution will be used, killing spree for Jozo, trying to take down to the back guys as well. Nintai might be in trouble, taking very low. One more hit. Yeah, Tora will not be able to take it down, but it's gonna be onto the back guys. Blair the Dogman trying to go in, petrify the pawn. Blinded by Rage. Yeah, he's gonna be okay. This is all the fight that they wanted right now. The mid, the outer inhibitors is left open for the side of NTD.
Oh my gosh, the map is opening up, and there's just so much exposure.
Oh, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy,
Okay.
guy.
TikTok,
This
man.
guy.
TikTok.
This guy, he's risky. He's just going all in, and yeah, I love the fact that he's utilizing the puncture, the phantom execution really well because he knows even if he goes in, no one can pin him down. No one has the crowd
Absolutely.
control that can pin. Oh my god! Look at the bot lane.
Oh, close.
That was
So good,
really
man.
good, but the crowd control immunity on the Yi Chin is just way too good. But look at Luke.
Oh, another TikTok! Phantom execution coming through! Getting it started, Luke! There was not the fight you won! There might be another re-engage coming through from NTD. CC, this is gonna be the dragon coming through as well onto the back guys. The immobilize is coming through in time. Able to grab a kill onto Jozo. The AOZ will be used defensively by PYG. Able to survive onto the mid side. It's gonna be Yatoro trying to trade down just a little bit, but hey, Nintai trying to go for more, getting out of the vision here, trying to open out to the boosters as well. The pawn is coming through right there. The stuns perverted goblin trying to take down the HPs of Blade the Dogman, but he's not able to do anything to this dude. The Elise is so tanky here, and I don't think this is a fight you want to take in TD. But hey, and might be another engaged turn round popping out onto the vision here. Yeah, it's gonna be them taking out the third, the HPs again. But hey, never mind. It's gonna be another engaged BYG. Immortality bottom time. It's gonna be popped. The Revitalize not helping him survive. Blade the Dogman trying to go for.
Oh, it seems like there is a bit of a issue from the end of Debbie, so she's gonna be cut off for a while. But yeah, nonetheless, we can see that this time around in the game, Lafu Kabi, they're coming online with the heroes that they have. The Lunox is online, Loop Z is online, and as well as Yatoro on the Esmeralda. Debbie, I feel like you're back. Are you?
Yep, I'm back, man. You got to have a blackout sometimes because the fight was too intense. But I do see the Lord taken down by NTD here. So they turned the tide around for that favor, and now they have 2 get goalies into their hands. So how will they manage this lane? This is what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I look at the Lord marching down the bot lane. It seems like they are so ready to go in. Look at NTD. They're just so aggressive. And Nintai on the high loss already popping the glorious pad once again.
Okay, the dragon will be popped as well. Blinded by Rage trying to go in with the John, able to take out the inhibitors as well. Might not be committing up. He's gonna be the John that they are trying to go follow. You guys able to clear out onto the minions. So 1 inhibitor is what they will be getting for NTD.
Yeah, that is 1 inhibitor for the side of NTD. But yeah, Debbie, I do have to say that this time around the game, it is so intense because all of the members, they are level 15 and they almost have their hands on all the items. So now it is going to be about the execution, because if you can execute the team fight, then you're going to win. It's not it's not about the items anymore. No, it's not about who's ahead of who. But yeah, look at Yatoro. Oh my god, Yatoro,
Oh my god.
he's so tanky on that
Lucy, though?
Esmeralda.
Okay, that's gonna be the course pathway just for safety. Onto the behind, it's gonna be blinded by Ray, trying to go in, getting the stun. The eyes will be popped by Zozo the goat here. He'll be able to survive, but still, that's gonna be one resource that's being burnt down for the side of Lafu Kabi as well as NTD. 30 seconds for the Lord is what they want to look for here. So I feel like Lafu Kabi, they might be able to still defend this, but if they want to contest, they need to take one member down for the side of NTD.
Indeed, they definitely have to take a member down from the side of entity. I feel like a perverted goblin would be the perfect member that they can look for. Because yeah, if you take down perverted goblin, there's not gonna be any magic damage from the end of NTD, so that is gonna be an easy execution for team fight because the Gator is quite weak against magic damage. But on the top, you can see.
Oh,
that there's
AOC just use on connecting onto Newman. The taunts coming through. As not the ring side, Torrat will be able to get a kill onto Zozo. They're going for more double kill for Torrat onto the Yi. Sensing the dragon is popped as well. Yeah, Toro caught into the midst of it all. Still able to survive. Loopsy guys trying to go in with the phantom execution. Getting the Sun Rose. Will be able to walk away. No damage whatsoever. But hey, Torrat might be taking me low. But yeah, Toro onto the other side is going to be Blair. Able to drone away the members of NTD. A lot of resources being burned down. Onto the other hand, Yvonne trying to go in for more. It's gonna be Loopsy getting caught here. The Zam coming through. The Ghost probably will be popped as well. One more hit is what they're gonna be needing right now. Yvonne not taking down any damage yet. Toto as well. But onto the other hand, the killing spree for Torad. Blood Dogman. There was not the fight you wanna take, but the Lord will be secured by NTD. And this is the Evolve Law we are talking about once. And should they be able to end this game?
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like they can definitely end the game because Blair Dogman, he's not here. He's dead. So with 4 members and 5 members on the side of NTD with the Lord, they can definitely look for an end game. It all depends on pervert goblin because if you lock the base, it's gonna be a GG. You just have to lock the base. It depends on the 4 members from the side of NTD as well to protect pervert goblin because pervert goblin is the only one with the consistent basic attack that can chunk down the HP of the crystal. But then again, on the top here we can see
Whoa!
it's gonna
Okay.
be- oh,
That was close, man. I thought, it was going to be a golden pathway that they're leading right now. But Brilliance already being burned out. And hey, that's a questionable dragon, man. Oh my goodness, blinded by rage. Maybe you're actually blind, but hey, that's going to be the Lord Master into the bottom lane. Evolve on as well. Jozo taken down very low. He does not really have the brilliance to try to survive, but it's going to be Lucy guys trying to go in, but no! Nozzle and Yvan will be able to take it down the second meter as well. Torah able to deal out the damage. AOC on the 3 members of Tonka Me too. Torah will be removed, set down, but the base is what NTD won, and the base is what they will be getting. The first game secured by NTD after a long 20 plus minutes.
wow, that was a really really long game. Oh my god, that was an absolute banger of a first match coming up from the side of NTD and Lafu Kabi. And
Yep.
Debbie, the game was so intense. I was literally on the edge of my seat, and I was just debating like who's gonna win this game because one moment we see that Lafu Kabi, they have completely managed to wipe out NTD.
Yep.
The same goes for NTD as well. Sometime around, they're the ones who are wiping out the members from the side of Lafu Kabi. But I do have to say that this game was definitely a game for NTD because they had more DPS, they had more damage. Even though they were losing the early game against Lafu Kabi, the
Yeah.
moment Kimmy and the Yi Shin they came online, they were able to dish out so much damage. And if we take a look at the lineup from the side of Lafu Kabi, they had 3 tanks, which is the EXP laner, the roamer,
Yeah.
basically. So they're just there to tank for the team, and it depends on the mage and the gold laner to dish out damage. But there's no one to dish out damage except Zozo on the Lunox. Because, yeah, the Lunox is the main damage dealer from the side of Lafu, and they were lacking consistent damage. So that is what created the gap between NTD and Lafu Kabi because there was the lack of consistent damage which NTD they had on the Kimi and the Yi Shin. But yeah, Debbie, we can see here on the final result, we can see the items, we can see their KDAs. What do you feel about this?
If you look at the KDA, you would have thought that maybe Jojo wasn't able to do anything, or having the spacing and all. But the thing is, there's always going to be a pressure for the Lunox when you do not really have the good direction of a position as well. And at one point of a time, of course, we have thought that for NTD. Wait, their full name is not today dog. W man, W name. But nevertheless, I got distracted. I got blinded. Yeah, talking about blinded. blind blinded by rage. I feel like this guy is the star of the game because everything that he do, the initiations that he's been doing, has been on par, and he's always focusing onto the backlines, especially onto Jozo. Because he kind of know that if he do not go for the initiation, he knows that there's gonna be a leg into those fights, and they know exactly how to do that. They start with the dragon first, go in with dragon, and get the Hylos as a follow up or as a disengager. You can use the Hylos as a two option, and they did exactly that. And the follow up damage coming through from the other three was amazingly on point. I did not see anyone signing actually, because to be honest, not today dog did not really have the good early game, right? It was all into the hands of Lafu Kabi. But then out came the dragon. This is why I was actually very, happy to see a dragon most of the time, even at least a first pick dragon. But still, when you have a dragon and a CC together in one place, this is exactly what they are going to be happening. The front to back combination did not happen for Jozo. He was always caught into the position where he is getting crowd control upon, and I don't think he was even free hitting, right?
Yeah, I think you've highlighted the points really well from the side of NTD, because NTD, the dragon was definitely a menace, considering the fact that he was the one who's always diving into the backline, disrupting Zoro, and he's always the
Jojo.
one. Yeah, Jojo actually. Yeah, is it Jojo or Zoro? I feel like I read the name as Zoro.
Wait. Once. If you don't know Jojo, I think you're gonna have a target on your forehead.
No. I definitely know. This is Lafu.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get a bullseye on my head. But yeah, talking about
I'm gonna shoot you.
But yeah,
It's okay, man.
But yeah, I do have to say that even the Kimmy pervert goblin on the Kimmy was such a menace in this game, because the continuous damage, the slow, the immobilize, and especially the ultimate. There were a few setups that we did witness in the game. That was a setup from pervert goblin with the ultimate, like members who will pull in the center, and yeah, it was just basically a follow up from the team, and it was a guaranteed kill as well. But yeah, talking about Lafu though, I do have to say that in the draft they need more consistent damage, because that is what they were lacking. I feel like if they had someone who could dish out consistent damage, someone who could melt down the HP from the side of NTD, especially Yuzong and the Yuzong and the CC, because these two are like really tanky, and they are so hard to take down if you do not have like a basic attack damage, consistent basic attack damage. I mean, yeah, we do have the Lunox, but the Lunox, she has her limitations.
True.
It has its certain duration which she can deal burst, but that is not going to be enough to take down an entire tank on her own. Nonetheless, yeah, 2 or 3 tanky fighters in one certain lineup. But yeah, this is just merely game number 1, so it's like testing the waters. So both the teams, they face off each other here this time around in game number 1, and yeah, they're definitely aware of what kind of heroes that they have to look out for in the second game. We know that Lafu, Kabi, they can always turn the table around, and they are not to be taken lightly with. So yeah, NTD, they have to put up their best as well, and not let the pride go up to their head and throw the game in the second game match.
Yeah. In short, you don't have to you don't have to be complacent. It's okay. They will be able to perform well into the second game too if they keep their mental straight. But for Kabi though, I think they do still have the experience because we have seen some old players on their side too. They have veteran players, senior players there, so the decision making would be eventually a good one as well. So we'll never know. But one thing I would like to mention too is that it might not be completely related to the game, but who cares, right? Because we want some spiciness. Because Lupzi onto the landslide, I know what the deal he was doing. Because of course you want to dive into the backlines, get the kills. But at one point, you can't be that flashy, man. Come on. You have to be flashy, but you have to pull out something because of the flashiness that you have. It's a good clip, man. The way he was trying to dive and go in here and there. But NTD, they have had right. The stun coming through directly. It was actually on point, and I think that was actually a throw from Lafu Kabi as well, because they could have gotten out the outer inhibitors, not inhibitors, the outer turrets there, and just let the inhibitors sit, right. And he had to pull that up, and I don't think it was necessary. Of course, it was fussy. We loved it. Of course, TikTok lovers, we are shorts lovers. We love that. But you got to tone down just a little bit. You're good,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
I do agree with you because we did witness that Lafu Kabi in the game they were quite throwing. They had so much
That's what.
advantage right off the mid game, but somewhere in the mid game, in team fights they were overextending the fights because where you had the chance to go for objectives and invade the jungle and create that economic gap. You were looking
That's
for
right.
more. You were looking for more kills, and that is what caused them, the scale actually. Because if you talk about the game, there's always a scale. Like one team is definitely gonna be pressuring the other team, but Lafu Kabi they kind of give off that scale to the side of NTD. But nonetheless, we can't keep that aside. Back here into the draft. This is gonna be match number 2, game number 2 of the second BO3 of tonight's game.
Let's see how Lafu Kabi is able to clap back right now. But once, if I forgot to mention, I am a Yuzong fanatic now these days. No more Lapu Lapu because the meta, of course, is going to be shifting towards a dragon, right? So we love a dragon, and I also expected NTD to pick up the dragon first pick into that first game also. But this time around, Lafu Kabi are the one actually doing that. So I want to see how it's going to be turning out. But the bans are actually pretty normal, right? Angela Basha is always going to be removed, the CC as well, because they wanted the Yuzong. It's either the Yuzong or the CC that they have to trade it out, and they wanted the Yuzong, so the CC is what they're going to be banning out. On the other hand, though, Selena, Jushin always got to be removed, and the Elise, though, I feel like the Elise does not come into the first phase ban, right? It usually comes into the second phase situational, but I feel like it's also a respect, respect ban coming through from NTD.
Definitely, that is definitely a respect ban coming up from the side of NTD because they did see what the Alice was capable of in the previous game. But yeah, look, a very interesting pick from the side of Lafu. I feel like they are so comfortable with the assassin because Lupi's an assassin player and loves playing assassin, so he's definitely not gonna go for that utility jungle. Instead, he's gonna be picking off the Hayabusa. I feel like if you pick the Hayabusa in the first phase of the draft, it is a bit risky because and then the enemies they have idea of what you're going for, and you can counter out the Hayabusa. You can pick heroes that are not easily taken off by the Hayabusa, or you can just basically take account of them. And yeah, this time around we can see that NTD they have picked the Grok, they have picked the Lapu Lapu as well, the Kimi. So yeah, this is definitely it's gonna be a thrilling game because the Kimi will be exposed to the Hayabusa, and that is gonna be something which the Kimi has to look out for. Is going to be the Quad Shadow and the Ogi Shadow from the Hayabusa. But if you manage to avoid that, you're going to be safe. But yeah, the Dragon is definitely going to be a big problem in the late game because we've already seen what the Dragon did in the previous game, just going for the backline. just turn into dragon and you're unstoppable. You can just basically dive into 5 people, not get caught, and just use your combo and the petrify, and then boom, the backliner is dead, you're dead, but at least the backliner is dead, right?
You know, one thing I like about the pick coming through for NTD is the Lapu Lapu here, because most of the time when you have a Gimme and a fighter together, the fighter is always the fighter, not all fighters, but CCs, Lapu Lapus, you know, or the Rubies, they usually go into the goal, you know, if the situation is correct. But yeah, because of the Lapu picked here, the Eve might eventually be the one struggling. You know, it's a very immobile hero. Once you ult, the Hapu might get to go into the backline most of the time. So that's one thing that they have to focus on as well. But the thing that NTD pick here, the Grok and the Kimi combination, this is a very, very popular combination that they want to go for if you want a winning mid lane. And the Grok with the clearance that he have, it's always gonna be a win into the clear department. If you even if you play out with the best, with the worst clear, minion clear. So
Yeah.
that's one win into the mid side for Grok. Now that they have to remove out the heroes that can be a counter for their own combination now. And I like that they ban away the Esmeralda, which can usually come into the goal or the XP. Wherever the Lapu Lapu goes, they can also flex the Yuzong too. So I kind of like that they have to ban out the respect ban out the Esmeralda. And the fact that they remove out the Gatot again, I feel like they were willing to go for the Yi Shen Shen, but then Lafu Kabi they kind of rid that off, so they had to ban out the Yi Shen Shen altogether with the Lancelot.
Yeah. Yeah, you've definitely, put out everything so beautifully and so accurately. Yeah, the is definitely a very, very good ban against the Lapu Lapu, because Esme is such a good counter for the Lapu and is a flex pick. If you throw the Lapu in the goal, Esme will follow you there. If you throw
Yep.
him in the XP,
Yeah, that's what.
follow you there as well. So that is a big problem for the Lapu Lapu. And they do realize that, so they have banned away the Esmeralda. But
Mm.
talking about the ban so
Whoa.
side of Lafu here, we can see that they have picked the Lancelot and the Yi Sun Shin, which is quite good. They do not want to give them the early game heroes like the Yi Sun Shin and the
Uh-huh.
Lancelot snowball. But yeah, Debbie, look at this interesting pick coming up from the side of Lafu Kabi. They are going for a Moskov as well as a Hilda.
Yeah.
The Hilda definitely a good pick, I would say, because I love playing Hilda, and I do
Mm-hmm.
have to say that I have a pretty solid win rate with the Hilda. I always win whenever I play her. She is such a
Okay.
menace, and she's just so good at countering even high HP targets because she
Okay.
deals amount of damage. But yeah, the pick though, the Moskov pick is something which caught me off guard because they have the Granger now on their side, so this Moskov might struggle a bit in the early game.
Yeah, exactly. And oh my goodness, Fanny onto the hands of NTD. I love me a Fanny. You know, I would love to see into the hands of Lupzi, but I'm not complaining because I never thought that the Fanny would be coming through here. I thought that could be an assassin actually. Yeah, if they could have picked out the assassins, but Lafu can be banned off the possible assassin that can come through, right? It's a Lancelot and the Yi Shen Shen, so I did not expect the Fanny. But the fact is that he's able to pick out the Fanny is because there's no kind of big card control that can catch the Fanny. And Lafukabi, I I'm not really a fan of this stuff that they're coming through with. You know, because most of the time when you pick out the Yuzhong, he can be the initiator, but he cannot be the sole frontliner. And Hilda is made to jump into the backlines, not for peel, but for damage. So I'm kind of skeptical the Moskov might not have a good time against the Fanny, because of course he's one of the rarest heroes that can have a good time against the Fanny into the marksman, into the gold lane side. But yeah, he's gonna be going against a Granger as well, so they have to try to go for the late game. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very, very bad early game for the side of for Moskov for Lafukabi. And you know, whenever you see a user onto the hands, right, you might want to start the turtles, but with the Hilda into the present, I don't think they might be eventually doing that. But we'll see how it goes. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, let's head into the Land of Dawn game number 2 of this best of 3 series semi-finals of Open Qualifiers of Mythic Showdown Season 2. This is gonna be a match point for NTD and Lafu Kabi fighting for their place to go drag this game for game number 3. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, this is game number 2, and this might be, a last game for Lafukabi because they already have 0 points on their side, and NTD they have the first point. So Lafukabi they have to play with a lot of patience and a lot of discipline, and yeah, they have to come up with their redemption arc. They have to win this game and make it a best of 3. But yeah, I do agree with Debbie with what she stated earlier. Lafukabi with this kind of a lineup, they will have a very hard time against the Fanny because the Fanny is definitely a very mobile hero and there's not enough crowd control that can catch her or pin her down. But yeah, I do feel like there's still hope for Lafukabi because they have the Hayabusa. If the Hayabusa is able to snowball, can definitely pick away the Kimmy, the Fanny, as well as the Granger quite easily. So it all depends in the early game who's gonna have the better snowball. But yeah, the things might change though. But look at
Oh,
our guy here,
okay.
already forced such a huge.
It's okay, it's okay.
Oh my god, this guy, PYZ, he's being pressured. He's being too pressured on the Hilda. Our guy forced out the flicker and now
Yep.
forced to go to the base as well, just with that mere rotation from the Fanny.
That was close, man. Actually, very close. But onto the map as well. I mean, onto the emblem as well. We can see that it's not something different. It's actually something that we are common
Oh
with
my
too. So
god,
it's gonna be an
second.
okay one here. What is this? Is it a spell vamp and a swift for Fanny too, right? So he want to go for the damage here.
Oh my gosh, Debbie, what is going on? I'm lost. Like there's already 3 kills and the turtle has already been taken, and I'm just still wondering what's going on in the map. Oh my god, look at the Grok. Oh my god. Yeah, Nintai. It feels like Nintai is gonna be the one who's gonna be taken out here, but it's gonna be a rotation from Thonrad on the Fanny. Tries to dish out
Okay.
damage, tries to take up the kill, and will be able to manage to get a
Wow.
kill on our guy, Loopsy.
Damn. I think Loopsy is actually a very well versed onto this hero too. But yeah, he's actually taken down twice in a row under 3 minutes of the game, something that you do not usually see onto a Hayabusa, and it's gonna be stopping him quite a lot. And I don't like the fact that he's actually gonna be struggling a little bit, especially against a Fanny. You want to go for a 50-50 situation, right?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I really hate the fact that the Hayabusa is already taken down twice as well, because now there's gonna be the jungle gap, and that is a very big disadvantage for your team because your composition is already a late game composition, and if your jungler is not doing well, there's no way you're gonna be winning the fights. Oh, beautiful wall!
Oh my god. My
Conrad.
damn, if he had the perfect amount of energy right there, it could have been a show. Okay, but hey, killing spree onto the bottom lane for Blair. Wow, blinded by rage. He's completely blinded, man. He's got the damage onto his hands. Lapu against Lafu Kabi. Yeah, I wanted to say that. I always wanted to say that, but yeah, I think it's definitely going to be amazing that they are able to do this right now into the position 2. But on the other hand, I feel like there might be a little bit of an engagement into the turtle as well. So maybe NTD will be able to start the fight yet again. 2k gold lead is what they have. But right now, it's going to be the tech charge. Going to go to one member, PYZ. Able to take down the damage. But Zozo onto the backside will be taken down. Blinded by rage, grabbing the mega. And it's going to be the turtle into the hands of NTD. Yet another game for their side.
Wow, that is the second turtle onto the side, onto the hand of NTD. And Debbie, what is going on around? 6 kills already on board for the side of NTD. And look at PYZ, just unable to utilize the Hilda, just unable to become, the initiator for the side of Lafukabi. This time around, Lafukabi, they're having so much pressure. and
Mhm.
yeah, there's just too many gaps that need to be filled. But yeah, look at our guy Loopsy. He's being invaded through and fro, and there's just so much going on here.
Oh, there might be an engage coming through the stop. It's gonna be the flicker! Blinded by Rage, able to get a kill. PYG taking it very low. The
Oh,
XOD will
here
be
comes
connected by Zero, gonna be followed
Thunder.
up by Zozo. Will be able to grab the kill. Tonrad will be taking him down. The flicker will be committed by Yatoro. Not doing anything, but the mid lane is what they want. Pervert the Goblin will be able to take it down.
This is really sad. Another kill yet again for the side of
Oh,
NTD. That is gonna be 1v1 with the Fanny there. Oh my god, our guy Black Dog Man just
Blair.
a 030 KDA on the Yuzong. That is really sad to see. But yeah, with this kind of a draft, this is something which you have to expect against a draft of NTD, because they have the better early game draft. They have the late game draft as well, considering the fact that they have the Granger, and yeah, the
Mhm.
Lapu Lapu is such a big threat for that Eve. She is
Yeah.
so stationary, she is so vulnerable that she can't really do anything when the real world manipulation is popped, and that is a perfect time for the Lapu Lapu to go in with the bravest fighter. Same for the Fanny as well. She can just basically go in, use this cables, and just come out with a beautiful clean kill. This is gonna be another portal for the side of NTD.
Oh, that's gonna be the biggest fight that is
Oh
coming
my god!
through, and Shaker PYG will be getting taunted upon. Nuzzle and Even will be able to get the kill. Another one, Jojo coming through. Another kill for Nuzzle and Even. He's gonna be able to shut them down with another triple. Blair will not be able to survive. On the other hand, Nonchalant Event not slightly able to grab all those triple kills and all the stacks that he won at the bottom lane is what they'll be able to get. Loopsy this time around not able to do anything with the Hayabusa without the snowball.
Yeah, without a snowball, the Hayabusa is pretty much useless. But then again, look at our Lapu Lapu doing a
Oh,
1v1 against PYZ. But yeah,
and
oh
there's
my
gonna be
god.
another one, and Gears coming through might not be able to take anyone down just yet because PYZ, no matter what, he's the healer. He's still gonna be as tanky into the boosters right now, but there might be a tease coming through from Torrad. It's gonna be a dive coming through, and it's gonna be the Fanny trying to dive in, make a kill for Torrad, able to take Toto
Oh,
down,
let me
but the
take
team is
her.
connected to the three members, make a kill for Nuzzle and Event. The back line is gonna be Lucy trying to get anyone with the trade. SOD will be connecting you. It's not gonna be followed up by Yatoro. Not anytime soon. One hit away is what they want. Not Salanivan with the damage able to chase away Yatoro from that position. The ball's coming through. The stun
Oh, the Blood
Katon as well.
Dragon.
Dragon will not be able to pop it down. Even will be able to grab another kill. 5-0-1 is the score. The Granger have the bullets he need.
Oh my god, Debbie, this is looking really bad for the side of Lafukabi. But then again, look at Tonrad going in again with the Fanny, going
Okay.
in with the cable on PYZ.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
he's just gonna leave PYZ alone because PYZ is a tank and you do not wanna waste your energy on a tank because yeah, you're not gonna kill PYZ. But yeah, I do have to say that Lafukabi, they're struggling. They are like they're struggling so much that they can't really get their hands on any items. There's already a 10k gold difference on the board. Three turtles
10K.
already taken down from NTD, and this time around it's gonna be a lord that NTD they're gonna look for because they just want to go for the full pressure. They want to go for the end game. They want to go for a clean sweep, it seems. But yeah, look at the mid lane, the YD. Oh, prevented. It seems like he's being prevented from being recalled, but then again sneaks into the bush and makes it into the base once again. But yeah, this
That's
time
fun.
around, Debbie, yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like the lot is gonna be such a big pressure for Lafukabi because they have no items. I don't know how they're
Yeah.
gonna defend the Lord. I feel like they might be able to defend the Lord because it's just a 8-minute Lord. It's quite weak. The HP is not much,
Mm.
so they might lose an inhibitor or two. But yeah, definitely not the crystal. And
Yeah.
as for Yatoro, I do have to say that even though you're losing,
Mm.
you're losing the lane, you're losing the fight, you're losing everything. This guy is maintaining his KDA quite well. 0-0-0, no debt whatsoever. This is how a marksman should be. You should not die, even if your team is losing. Yeah, this is just the gold standard, I would say. Like, just prevent yourself from
Yep.
dying and just slowly farm.
Oh, that's gonna be the best fighter! Onto the back, and the flicker coming through. It might be taken down, blinded by Riz. He's gonna be blinded by that, but onto the other hand, the Lord will be removed. Exactly, Tara trying to go in, and the Toes are able to grab the kill. He might be next. Onto the top, well taken down. Got life for Nursalan, even Yatoro removed. Nintai able to sustain all of this, but Lumtigas at the other is gonna be the source of survive at the base. It's completely wide open, and TD will be able to grab a clean sweep against the veterans. Lafu Kabi will not be able to stay in this game.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god. I did not see a clean sweep coming. What is going on with tonight's game, Debbie? There is just clean sweep after clean sweep. The first game,
Mm-hmm.
Sleep Tight and DTS, a clean sweep. Second game, Lafu Kabi and that is
And TD.
a night of clean sweep, like basically. But yeah, it seems like I can't see. There is a blind screen on the screen here. So yeah. Oh yeah, there you
I'm
are.
back, I'm back. Alright.
Oh my god. Let's just take a breather because I just have to process like what happened in the second game because I'm just basically lost. Like what happened? Like
Us twin, we are lost because
we're just
NTD. I thought that they will be able to get they won't be able to get a game or two against Lafu Kabi because let's face it, Lafu Kabi have been here for a long while in comparison to NTD. NTD are the newer team, the latest star of the season, and they are actually able to grab clean sweep against the veterans. Lafu Kabi, man, come on, against the GOAT mid laner Jojo, by the way. But hey, it's still gonna be an okay one because they weren't it wasn't a stampede for Lafu Kabi though. They were, the early game was a little bit squishy, and I kind of hated the drop coming through from them because, like I said, the Yuzhong is an initiator, but you can't have a tanky follow up for him like the Hylos, right? They could have eventually gone for that, but Yuzong as a sole initiator is not gonna be that, and he's at a point of a time he's very squishy, and there wasn't anything that he could sustain anymore, and that is something you do not want. And the fact that he was getting soloed by blinded by raids, that was when Yuzong doesn't have the early game ones, he's completely useless.
Yep, completely useless. Perfectly said, because you have no initiator for your team. It is just basically Yuzong itself, solely the one and only initiator. Yeah, the Hilda is there, of course, but Hilda, she is not a setter hero. She is not a team fight hero. She is more of a micro hero. She is basically a pick-off hero. She is there to create pressure on the jungle. She is there to invade assassins. But that is what we were lacking from the side of Lafu Kabi. The Hilda definitely did not play it out as I was expecting because I did feel like, the Hilda was going to create early game pressure onto the Fanny because she's an invader. She can basically invade and disrupt the jungle in the early and mid game for the Fanny. But yeah, considering the fact that this is a 5v5, that is not going to be possible because the team is always going to be there to support you. But yeah,
That's right.
I'm still wonderstruck, like how did DTS, they manage to put not DTS, I mean NTD. How did NTD they manage to put a clean sweep against Lafukabi? But yeah, as you said, Lafukabi, they are the veterans, they have the experience, they've been around for a very long time. But I do feel like, everyone, they have their prime, and there's always a time that your prime, it starts going down, and there are newer teams that come up and take your place. So we might be witnessing that as of now because Lafukabi, they did not play it up to the expectation because they have a lot of fans as well, and I do feel like even the fans, they're quite disappointed, and they're quite sad, because Lafukabi, they have a big fan base as well, and in every tournament, there's always so many supporters.
You're right, man. I feel like, but you know what? The fans might be sad that Lafu Kabi were lost. I mean, not the fan of NTD, of course. But the thing is, we have a good news for you all. Because even if you are sad that your team lost, we have ways to make it up for you. We have ways to make it up with you. It doesn't have to be game all the time, right? And I'm sure that there are a lot of people into the chat too, because their favorite teams are playing. I'm sure NTD might eventually have their own fan base from today too. But Lafu Kabi, they always have had. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of
Yes.
teaser. I mean, a teaser for the chat too, because viewers, man, you're one of the most important for the tournament so far. So yeah,
Do I
I think
interrupt
Ray
here?
wants to get in. There's no Zeus in here, Ray. What are you doing?
Yeah. Sorry about it for the viewers, of course.
Okay.
Guys, I'm just gonna be announcing the giveaway winners, and you will have to do one of the three things. Either drop the ID in the live chat itself. If you don't get picked or your ID is not registered, make sure you comment down below after the live stream ends, or you can always join our Discord server. It is pinned in the chat, literally there. So make sure you join it. So the giveaway winners are gonna be. First of all, Thunder Monster, you've been active, so make sure you join the Discord server, and of course, what do you say? Claim your diamonds. Let me just write down. First is Thunder Monster. Second is gonna be, if you're there, Bhibu Jugran, I think. Bhibu Jugran, you're the next one. Yeah, Bhibu. Then the next one is gonna be Daki. She's been active since the very beginning, right? Daki. Then the next one is gonna be Zen Skyla, but I don't think she's in the chat anymore. Then it's going to be Ankh Dark. Then it's going to be Zenith Clip, because he has been active, of course. Dude wants the diamonds really badly. Pibu Jugrani, if you want it. Then this person is not in the chat, right? Jin Skyla. Next is going to be Rajiv Paron. Then it's going to be Akarishit Gamer. I think it's Shadow. Then it's going to be... I've already announced Uncle Dark, right? Then Thunder Monster is there. Yom Edit. Make sure you guys join the Discord server. Then there's a person called That person.
Cat meme, right?
No, your classes are not
right?
winning. Classes are not winning.
Oh my god, I was hoping.
Ishwar Patel, you're a winner. Make sure you join the Discord server and drop your IDs. We will collect it. Then Ryuk Official. Wow, we got an official person here. Daki, you're a winner. Please drop your IDs in the chat or make sure you join. How many people is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10. 10 more people. Okay,
10
next 10.
20.
We are picking 20, guys. It's a lot
20?
of people. Yeah,
Wow.
It's not enough. Then we're going to be picking who is this person. Sigma Jungler.
Can I come with different account? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can do that. We wouldn't know that, of course.
Yeah, Debbie, you can
And-
definitely come to the chat, with a different account.
Okay.
Like in the chat.
Let's go.
You can definitely
I think the rest are not active in the chat. So I'm just gonna pick anybody who's active. Go ahead, type it out. Next 10 people. Because
Spam,
I
guys.
don't see them. Okay,
Just spam your name.
Leto official. Leto official. Wait a second. Was it 10 till 10, 11, 12, 13 number? Who is it? CXXVI 13.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, your name is 16, buddy. Anyways. Oh, no, not 16. What am I saying? Who else? Swashti. Yes, you won actually. You are late. Swashti, that's 14. And who else? Mel Cheese. That's 15.
Male
And then
cheese?
5 more winners. Rishi Rathore. Yours. What was it? 17?
Yeah.
Okay. We just need 3 more people. If there's no 3 more people, I guess we'll just choose 17 people. Melchis is there, and yeah, you're already picked. Toshiman 18. With just 2 more names in 2 minutes. If they do not come in, okay. Barnamala, Barnmala, or whatever your name is.
Barnmala.
19. And I think we're done. Yeah, there's no more people. Yeah,
Yes.
there's no more people. Yep, it's done.
I won.
Okay, it's Chi. You've also won. Yeah, 20. It's done. 20 done. There we
Done?
go. Make sure you drop the IDs here or you drop in the comment section after the live stream ends, or you can always join our Discord server. That's where we will take it. And that's it for the 20 winners. Congrats on winning 250 diamonds, and that wraps up the first day. And Costas, take
Oh
it
my
away right
God.
now.
Nah, man, 250 diamonds. Where are the casters allow, mates? El Rey, but never mind, it's okay because we'll get it in some other time. But hey, with that amount of giveaway ones, I'm pretty sure everyone will be excited to join in and to tune in next time, because you know what, we have more games for today. And even though for the Lafu Kabi fans, I know you are right there, NTD won and they're gonna be moving into the next round for the Swiss stage for Mythic Showdown, but there's still a chance for Lafu Kabi, because the loser of this match will be playing against Revolution DTS, right? Onto the another match, but it's gonna be happening tomorrow, and that means the fixture for tomorrow is gonna be Lafu Kabi versus Revolution DTS, and that will be their last shot. It's whoever wins will be able to move into the main stage, which is the Swiss stage, and yeah, 3 winners are what we'll be taking for we will be taking for the Open Qualifier. So still chance for Revolution fans and Lafu Kabi fans and the players, of course. So stay tuned for tomorrow as well. So once, what do you want to add? Do you want to say the goodbyes?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I think you've already said most of the stuff, but yeah, I do want to give a small recap of the game. So definitely tonight's losing teams, which were DTS and Lafu Kabi, they will be facing off against each other tomorrow, which another chance for both of these teams. So if Lafu Kabi they wins tomorrow game against DTS, they will be moving forward into the Swiss stage. Likewise, same for DTS as well. If they defeat Lafu Kabi, they will be the one who's gonna move to the
Yes.
Swiss stage. And I do have to talk to the viewers as well. You guys have already won the giveaway, 20 people. And as our beloved caster Ray have already mentioned, that you can always drop your ID in the comment section after the stream has ended. You can either drop it in the Discord server. You can easily join the Discord server for the War Drum. It is pinned in the War Drum channel, so you can go to the War Drum channel, you can click the link and join the Discord server. And that's it, I guess, for now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Debbie, you can just go ahead and say your goodbye.
I mean, we're gonna have to see for the last qualifiers for tomorrow, like mentioned. So, guys, we also have giveaway. We'll be hosting every day if my information is not wrong. But we'll be stay tuned for the information, for the notification for the live that War Drums will be bringing. This was Mythic Showdown Season number 2 Open Qualifiers, and we'll be signing off.